is all or nothing on this final. Oh, wow. Absolutely bonkers. Wow, look at that.
The best 16 riders in the world are in Tokyo. Tokyo now is the fastest way to Paris.
Wow.
That was absolutely perfect.
But Tokyo, today is the stage for the next two world champions. Hello and welcome, skateboarders, to one of the best cities on planet Earth, Tokyo, Japan. Coming at you live from the Ariake Coliseum, right outside of downtown Tokyo. I'm Chris Cote, this is the Alex White, and we are hyped to bring you the best street skating you're gonna see of the entire year.
Yes, this is the stop. This is the World Championships. All's on the line right now.
Well, you're right. There is a lot on the line. We're talking about Olympic qualification. We're going to be crowning a men's world champ and a women's world champ. Before we get to the business of all of this, I want to introduce you to two more members of our awesome broadcast team. Introducing Shay Sandiford and Sam Chan.
Thanks, Chris. Sam, here we are at the finals day. It's been a long week of skating. How do we feel about everything going so far?
I mean, the competition level is just off the hook at the moment. I mean, I've been to every world stop, and each time it just keeps regressing. I mean, we saw yesterday in men's finals, there was so many people in the first heat which got 90s, which you wouldn't even expect. So it really put Heat 2 like hot on their heels, really.
Yeah. So with the course having all these Japanese elements like the plants on the course, the wood trim, how do you feel about everything? What do you think all the stuff's going to go down?
I mean, you're the one who skated it, right? So you can tell me more about it. But from what I can see, everything is slightly smaller, which means that people can get more technical on it. But you tell me, man, how did you find it?
Oh, I loved it. It's like such a good use of different things. There's the big obstacles and the small obstacles. There's just something for everyone to show off their best level of skating.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to send it back to you, Chris.
Well, the course, definitely one of the stars of the show, and we're going to take a deeper dive into what makes this course so special. But before we do that, let's lean into a little bit of Daft Punk here. Let's go around the world. So this, of course, is a global tour, and we're going to take you to all of our stops real quick. San Juan, Argentina is where we started. Then we went to Rome, Alex. Things heated up, and then we hit it Lausanne.
Lausanne was an off-the-hook contest. Then went over to Rome, Astoria Park. We had the Tokyo World Championships, where we're landing here right now. Next up, we're going to have Dubai coming up for the phase 2 of it, and finishing up in Budapest.
Well, the road to the Olympics started in Argentina, but you have to pass through the gauntlet here in Tokyo if you want to get there. Let's take a look at what it takes to compete in Paris 2024.
On June 22nd, 2022, the clock started ticking for skateboarders around the world aiming to secure their spot at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Now, this 2-year run is reaching the final turn, with the most critical event, the World Championship, live in Tokyo. We are vying to see who is the 2023 World Champion of Street Skateboarding. 88 of the best skateboarders will descend on Paris next year, 22 women, 22 men in park and street disciplines respectively. 20 of those spots will be awarded to the top-ranked world skaters, 1 for the host country, and the final spot by continental quota.
There's also a lot of skaters that are able to enter these events. About 200 skaters enter these events. And then after Dubai, which is in March, we're going to go into phase 2 of the competition, where it's going to be top 44. So it's going to cut about a quarter of the competition out. That's also phase 2, which is going to be just Budapest and Shanghai. And then those 2 events will kind of dictate who goes to the Paris Olympics.
For the street discipline, the World Championship here in Tokyo is the ultimate chance to win precious points towards the official World Skate ranking, ahead of the final stop in Dubai in 2024. Once the final ranking is released, there is still some time for adjustments, as phase 2 of the Olympic qualifying series commences in Shanghai and Budapest in spring of 2024.
Every country can only have 3 allotted skaters in those top 20 spots. And this gets complicated right now and contentious for Japan especially, because there's 8 women in those top 20 spots and 7 men in those top 20 spots right now.
Well, there are literally thousands of elite level female street skaters on this planet, but we had to make some savage cuts. We're going to show you our current top 20 on the World Skate Rankings, and here we go. Let me show you a who's who of modern street skating. Start from the top, Momiji Nishia and Haisa Leal, of course. Those are two names that we're used to seeing up there. Go to number 4, Liz Akama, another representative of Team Japan. Chloe Cavell has been doing huge things. As we go down this list a little more, Paige Hine, she had a 9th place rankings coming into this contest, unfortunately injured yesterday in competition. And now as we go from 11 to 20, starting to see a mix-up in some of these up-and-coming names. Street skating is in great hands right now. The majority of this top 20 still in their teens. I'm talking 13, 14, and 50 years old. That tells me the future of female street skating is looking incredible.
Yeah, the youth movement in women's skateboarding is phenomenal. All of our finalists right here, Chris, are under 17 years old. You know,
warm-ups and qualifiers were just...
It's like a best trick
speechless.
contest. Yeah, in the warm-ups too. You know, you're seeing Funa coming back from an injury here. Yumika Oda too, looking really strong out there.
Well, the women are going to put on an incredible show for us momentarily. But before we get there, let's talk about your men's top 20 on the World Skate Rankings. You're going to see a lot of Japanese flags on this list, of course, but the mix-up of international players is getting real. Aurelien Girard in that top spot for now. Nyjah Houston, Gustavo Ribeiro. These are all household names that you're used to seeing in the top 10. Jagger Eaton currently sitting at number 9. The wild thing here is a lot of those names you see in that top 10 have been cut out of the Street World Championship. Look at number 12, Yuto Horigome. He could be moving up in a huge way with a big finish here. So rare to see Yuto out of that top 10 picture.
You know, Yuto's in the final here today. I'm sure he's not fazed at all that he's sitting in that 12th spot. But, you know, there is a lot of competition here, and we saw it in the warm-ups going on right behind us right now. Now, Cordano Russell, also a new face. This is his first major final. He's looking tough. He's looking strong. And Sora Shirai. You know, it's really special when you have a trick named after you, and Sora has the Sora grind, and I'm sure we're going to see it here today. Nyjah also looking really strong, coming off of a win in Lausanne. And just in a, best trick contest, again, in the warm-ups.
I can't wait. It's all happening here in Tokyo. So this course, of course, has been hailed as one of the best courses that we've seen of the entire tour. All the skaters have come through and said how much they love not only the look of it, but the feel of it. You see these subtle Japanese details that make this course as fun to skate as it is to look at. I mean, this would be a dream skate park in any town. Any level of skater could come out here and have a good time. But we have the elite, and they're going to be sending themselves off of these obstacles. We've already seen it in practice, in qualifiers. This is the perfect skate park.
Yeah, you know, that Olympic certified course, this is exactly what you mean. It could be an Olympic event right here, right now. And I love, again, those Japanese subtle touches.
So here's your flyover, as if we let a bird come into this Coliseum and check out this park. We actually walked the park a little bit earlier, and it's solid. It has that tactile feel that you want for a competition skate park. Plenty of big sections, plenty of small sections to get tech on. So this course right here is about to get run through by some of the best skaters on planet Earth, and we cannot wait to see it. We're going to take a little digital sorcery here.
Love this.
Yes. Look what we've got here. So this is your course right here in smaller digital form. If I had a digital fingerboard, I would be ripping this place up. Let's talk about this double hubba right here, Alex.
Yeah, that's the medium-sized hubba. I would call that the appetizer hubba. Good one to warm up on, to get your bigger tricks to move over to that bigger hubba in the center. Centerpiece obstacle is where you're going to see a lot of the big points going down right there, right, the focal point of this street course. And then followed up, you see that corner there, there's a longer, mellower rail. No, it's been utilized in the lines really well, and it offers a lot of options for technical skateboarding.
So this course has been here for a week, and all of our skaters that are competing have had their hand here.
Yeah.
And I want to talk specifically about a member of our broadcast team. He's currently ranked 53rd in the world. Shea Sandiford put in some work on this course earlier this week. nearly qualifying for the quarters and semis, but it's nice to have a trusted source on this street course right now. Shay Sandiford, we're watching you rip this course up, but you tell us, how was it when you first arrived? Do you have any homework that you're able to do to kind of figure out the lines that you're going to take in this course? What was it like figuring this place out for the first time?
So yeah, we get the renders a little bit before the event, so we obviously make and plan our runs a little bit ahead of time then. Then when we get here, you have to make a few adjustments, but we have 3 days of practice, so during that time, we get to figure out the flow of the course and everything. But yeah, I'm here at this amazing course. It's honestly one of my favorite world skate courses yet. Even though we're in an arena in Japan, it still feels much like a Japan vibe with the details and there's even plants on the course, which is nice. Just gives a good feeling while you're skating. And yeah, can't complain. It's one of my favorite courses yet.
Well, it looks super fun, and I like that you kind of have the ability, right, to practice some tricks on some of the smaller hubbas and smaller rails, and then you're able to take those tricks immediately to medium, and then of course the big dog right in the middle. Is that something that skaters have been going through when they first get here to kind of warm up, get into the big stuff?
Yeah, I think that's helped us all a lot. So there's the big section in the middle where you're going to see majority of the finals, the big tricks go down. And with the big hubba, there's a smaller hubba so you can warm up, get the confidence, get the tricks down. And there's also the bump to rail and the gap to rails. And there's smaller rails around the course and also bump to rails so you can kind of just get the confidence and fine-tune your tricks before the finals.
Thank you, Shay. Well, it is a dream course, but it can be a nightmare because trust us when we say every obstacle out there is a lot bigger than it looks on TV. And speaking of bigger than it looks, we have a little bit more digital sorcery for you. I'm going to throw it over to the Alex White for a deeper dive into this course.
I'm just going to make a skate park appear here. Okay, this is that medium-sized hubba that Shay was just speaking about. It's 60 centimeters high, so it's kind of the appetizer of these 3 courses. Good place to warm up on tricks. Again, mirrored sides, equal opportunity if you're goofy-footed or regular. And then moving on to the higher impact, bigger obstacle. This is your entree. This is where all the major points come down in the best trick. This is where people are starting and finishing their runs. This is a 73 centimeter high, major big hubba down the center, 2 matching rails flanking it with bump out to the rails as well. And then the dessert of the course, moving on to the longer flat bar. This is only 50 centimeters high, which is about like here on me, probably for a normal person like there on them. But this has an option to do a lot of technical skating. People are utilizing it in their lines to get speed and to finish off their runs.
I love to hear it. And can I just ask you, this might be a stupid question, for those of us who don't know, hubba. We keep saying hubba. What exactly is a hubba? How did that obstacle get its name?
Well, the hubba is famously a skate spot in San Francisco, California, and it was such a famous spot, it was called the Hubba Hideout, and now every down ledge that you see on a course is now named hubbas.
Right, well, now we all know. Well, we have the men's finals around the corner, and the women's finals will be coming up first. We're going ladies first here in Tokyo, and trust us when we say your list of 8 female finalists is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Before we get to the women's finals, let's talk about the men's finals. Of course, we have some of those household names that we're all used to seeing, and then we have some newcomers. We have Cordano with his first final, which we will get into. But before we do any of that, let's talk about some skaters to watch. This is going to be really fun. Your women to watch in the upcoming finals.
Female skating has progressed so quickly, it's insane, but I think right now you got to keep your eye on Momiji for sure. She also won the Olympics and she's been pushing skating, doing incredible tricks. Raisa, of course, from Brazil. She's been pushing skateboarding since she was like 8 years old. It's been incredible to see. And also Chloe Cavell from Australia. She's been coming out. The last year she's progressed incredibly, which is insane to watch, and it's been amazing to see.
On the women's side of the draw, I got my eyes on Momiji Nishia. She's already an Olympic gold medalist. She's in the #1 position right now on the World Skate rankings, and she looks calm, comfortable, and collected on this course here today.
やっぱり選手でいうとライッサ・レアとかクロエ。ライッサはすごい練習も大会も全部乗ってくるのですごいメイク率がとてもいいし、クロエはスイッチ系のトリックが得意なのでベストトリックとか高得点出る技を持ってるから強いなと思います。
注目すべき女子スケーターは、もちろんみんなすげえうまいんですけど、やっぱ中山楓奈ちゃんとあと葵ちゃんがすごい自分的にはすごいいい滑りしてるなと思います。 まあ、同じチームメイトっていうのもあっていつもなんて言うんだろうツアーとか行った時に一緒に滑ったりもするんですけどやっぱそういうスケボーの面とはまた違った大会の一面があるのでやっぱそういうところがかっこいいなと思います。
And now we want to introduce you to a miniaturized, digitized Yamika. And here she is. Can I have an autograph? We're not doing autographs right now. So Yamika is a special up-and-coming skateboarder, but what makes her the name to watch?
Four trick of all time. She can kickflip front feeble. In Lausanne, she got a 95.66 for that trick. So having that in her arsenal heading into this World Championships is deadly.
So Yumika, of course, competing for Team Japan, and they've got about 25 amazing street skaters under the age of 17. What a talent pool to draw from here in Japan. And to be called out as a skater to watch as a young female from Japan is a huge accolade.
Yeah, you know, Yumika, she's in a group with Japan that's like an Olympic, battle within itself.
Oh, it will be a war. So we introduced you to miniaturized, digitized Yamika. Now let's meet the real thing. We've got Yamika with Shay down on the street course.
So Yumika and I have been traveling the past year for all different types of contests, and today we're here at the World Championships and in her hometown Japan, so let's see how she feels about it. 今年大会のためにいっぱい違う国に行ってて、世界選手権が日本であってどうですか？
地元日本で開催されてすごく嬉しいです。
She's very excited for the contest to be here with her home crowd in Japan, and let's see how she feels about qualifying second into the finals. 昨日2位で上がって今日は滑る時のオーダーが最後が2番目で相手の滑りを見れてそれが少し変わりますか？大会の滑り方で。
その間自分も緊張とかしちゃうので自分に集中して頑張りたいです。
So she says that with qualifying second, she's able to see the crowd before she goes, but she still does feel the nerves a little bit, but she's going to try her best.
It's nice to have a ripping skateboarder who's also a certified polyglot on our team. Thank you for that, Shay. And I do have one more person to introduce you to, another digitized miniature, Funa Nakayama. Where's Funa?
Funa.
There we go. So Funa, another big name in Japanese skateboarding. Still a teenager, but a huge threat to take home any title anytime she skates.
I mean, Funa Nakayama, cover of Thrasher, frontside crooks on a 16-stair handrail. She's got that trick in her quiver. She's coming off of a broken collarbone, so this is her first contest back since the injury.
Well, we've been talking about the pool of talent from Japan all week long, and let's go a little bit deeper and find out about our amazing individuals representing Team Japan in female street skating.
Great food, great video games, great technology. The list of areas in which the Japanese excel is long and varied. And one of the brightest spots on this list, great street skateboarders. On the women's world ranking, 8 out of the top 20 hail from Japan, including the current leader, Momiji Nishia.
The female skating has progressed so quickly, it's insane, but I think right now you got to keep your eye on Momiji for sure.
She's in the #1 position right now on the World Skate rankings, and we're seeing a whole new era of superstars. On the men's side, the situation is almost the same. 7 places from the top 20 rankings are occupied by Japanese athletes.
On the male skaters, everyone can take the win.
They do tricks that no one really does.
競い合うっていうのではなくて、お互いを高め合う。
But what makes Japan such a special place to street skateboarders?
Japan, back in the day, didn't have a lot of skaters, and nowadays there's so many.
すごい選手も増えてきて、下からの追い上げもすごいので。
So I feel like they're able to progress the level of skating at a much higher pace.
And when it comes to style, what can we expect from the Japanese skaters that is different from the rest of the world? And the Japanese skateboarders are known for their consistency, their style.
They're super consistent, they're focused.
オリジナリティが選手によってあるんで、そこはすごい面白いと思います。
Since the last games in Tokyo, when Momiji Nishia and Funa Nakayama clinched gold and bronze for their country, the female Japanese dream team have won 3 out of the 4 last World Skate Tour stops.
Taking first place.
What can we expect from them today? when the title is at stake in front of their home crowd.
You know, I feel like the young female Japanese bowl skaters deserve a lot of credit for helping ignite the fire that we're seeing right now. But now we're seeing this giant list, male and female skaters representing Japan, who are pretty much taking over. I mean, you see the numbers.
Yeah.
This is not a lie. This is fact.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think it comes down to, you know, possibility models. Japan has a long skate culture history dating back to the 1970s, but you're seeing this women's movement. You know, you can only be it if you can see it. And you're seeing Momiji Nishiya and Funa Nakayama getting those medals at the Olympics. And so this younger generation that's, you know, 13, 12, 11, 10 are coming up and thinking, you know, that's just normal.
Well, I'm looking into the stands right now, and we're seeing a lot of young boys and girls who are absolutely hyped to see their heroes do what they do best right now. So it's just getting started.
Yeah. I mean, the next generation coming up, I'm just blown away at the tricks that they have, and they have them like this, Chris, on lock.
Well, you're about to see that the proof is in the pudding. Let's take a look at your semifinals that happened yesterday. And of course, the big story, I think, from now until forever is going to be about these young Japanese talents that are just coming through and blowing minds.
Yeah, in the semifinals, we saw 8 women make it to the semifinals from the country of Japan, whittled down to 5 making it for the final. You're looking at Funa Nakayama right here. She's got these patented tricks like this frontside crooks. Look how beautiful that is. Having that trick on lock, they all have like a special move if you were playing a video game, and all of them can unlock it any time that they want.
Well, the percentages tell us that we've got a very big chance that a young Japanese female is going to leave this arena as a world champion. Only a handful of other nations standing in their way, and it's really anyone's game right now. Yumika Oda, like you said earlier, the highest single scoring trick in women's street history.
In the history books, yeah.
And you can imagine that the fire that they're all feeling inside to be on their home turf.
Yeah, they look more comfortable, honestly, Chris, than I've ever seen them before, competing in their home country. Landing tricks like that, that was first go. Kickflip, frontside, board slide. Huge score for for Yumika.
And, you know, I want to just also say that these are skate rats. You know, you see them in competition, it's very serious, they're focused, they're driven and all that. But outside of this arena, outside of what we're seeing on our screen, is pure love of skateboarding and the passion for what they do. But watch out, there is a young skater from Australia that could upset the balance. Chloe Cavell has been absolutely ripping, and she's got her fair share of fans in this arena as well.
Yeah, you know, I've seen some fans made some homemade signs for supporting Chloe Cavell. And Chloe Cavell, you know, she's coming out with a really strong switch game that she brought to the semifinals, which ultimately had her qualifying first overall of all the women for the finals here today.
Well, either way, when these females take to this park, this atmosphere is going to be even more electrified than it is right now. And trust us when we say it's about to go wild in here. Before we kick things off, we want to show you just a couple reasons why Tokyo is one of the greatest cities on planet Earth. Let's take a quick tour around this epic city.
Guys, I'm Daisuke Nakara. I'm gonna take you guys outside of the Coliseum to see a little bit of Tokyo. Let's go. So we're at the Yumenoshima skate park, Yuto Park. Unfortunately, today it's raining and it's closed, so I can't skate and show you guys, but this is it. The train in Tokyo is always on time. Actually, it's 2 minutes early. So skating out here in Tokyo is super hard if you want to skate street. All the kids here nowadays skate in the skate parks because they train for the contest. We're at Ginza right now. This is like the high-end shopping area in Japan. The most high-end, actually. Found a Japanese old-fashioned traditional toy, kendama. Let's see if I can get this first shot. Oh yes, today is gonna be a good day. Getting Ichigo Daifuku, soft round rice cake with red beans and a strawberry on top. Oh, that's good. Snack done. Let's go check out the temple. Welcome to Asakusa, the oldest Japanese temple here out in Tokyo. But there's a lot of people visiting every day, so it's gonna be pretty hectic. So I got this incense. Apparently, if you air the smoke on you, it heals your illness. I think the competitors from the contest should come here after. Well, good luck. Let's go. That's the Tokyo Sky Tree, the biggest building in Japan, but unfortunately it's cloudy and raining sometimes, so we can't see it. I mean, we can see a little bit of it, but we can't see it to the top. Getting around Tokyo is so easy. Everything is so like neat, tidy, clean. Everybody on the same side, perfectly clear lane. All right, let's get my food. Ooh, before we go back to the event, I'm gonna finish eating this ramen. If you guys haven't had ramen before, this is the best dish in Japan.
Thank you to the homie Tazuki. We need to make friends with him and follow him around because
Yes,
he looked like he
good
just had the
tour
best
guide.
day ever. All right, here is your competition format. Might feel
So
like a
good to
lot
hear
to
from
unpack.
everyone
We're going to make
there,
this very
and,
simple for you. So
we
we've
are
made
in
some
for
savage
Chris
cuts over the past few days to our top 8 skaters. They're each going to take 2 runs. They get 45 seconds. They can fall, they can run around, they can do whatever they want for that 45 seconds. And then after that, 5 trick attempts. Your total score is your 1 best run and your 2 best tricks.
Yeah, we call this the 2-5-3 format. Those 2 runs, 45-second runs, you get 2 scores out of the 5 best trick attempts for 3 overall final scores.
It was a lot more, yeah, it was a lot simpler when I was able to just read it off the screen like that. So that's your competition format. You got to be consistent. You got to do really hard tricks. You got to do great runs. And you got to do what the judges want to see. Difficulty and variety, execution. Don't repeat your tricks. Be creative. Flow and consistency is huge. And you got to use the whole course. You don't have to hit every single obstacle, but you can't stick to one zone. You got to flow around. You know, this is skateboarding. You got to make it like performance art.
Yeah, I had a conversation with head judge Garrett Hill before this. I think it's interesting to note on the women's side, what's having the emergence is switch skateboarding, which is going to be scoring really high. That's technically high skateboarding. That's super difficult. And on the men's side, he's really looking for a use of course, an enunciation on trying to use the features at the ends of the course to link your tricks, do super hard tricks, because that's what being a world champion is, being able to skate anything that's thrown at you.
And our judges cannot be fooled. They will see every detail, every subtlety of your trick, and they all rip at skateboarding. So we're in great hands. There you see the course. Things are firing up here. Let's go down to our boots on the ground. We got Shay Sandiford in the athlete zone with a special guest.
So with me, I got Jaggerine here.
What's going on, everybody?
We're watching the girls practice. The final is about to start in about 2 minutes. Who's looking good out there?
Who's looking good? Honestly, it feels like everybody's looking good. I mean, Chloe's obviously ripping. She won yesterday. Raisa's got tricks on that big section that I think a lot of these ladies can't do. But again, you skate that big section, right? Like, that thing's big.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah.
Do you have any tricks that you're hoping to see? You've seen them practice maybe a little bit?
Tricks that I'm hoping to see. Well, I saw Chloe 50-50 kickflip the big ledge yesterday, which you skated that thing. It is steep.
That is insane to do.
I switched back nosebone on that thing, and I had to be so fast and so quick with it. For her to flip out of that was nuts. But I'm really just looking forward to a good contest. I mean, these girls have progressed so much since this Olympic process happened that it's just unbelievable to watch the level of skateboarding now.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Shay, Jagger. And as a testament to how heavy the field was when this event started, I mean, you've got some of the best skaters in the world sitting in the stands because we had to make so many cuts to get to our finals, our big 8, our elite 8 for men's and women's. Once we show you some of those crowd shots, I mean, the good news is for Shay, he's got a lot of awesome guests to talk to.
Yeah, he's got his friends in the crowd. You know, Shay competing in the event and also, you know, being a part of the broadcast is so special. And I'm really looking forward to tapping in with Shay as the duration of the contest goes.
And we talk about equality, and you know that goes for prize money and that goes for numbers and everything, but it also goes for stances. So you'll see a lot of mirrored obstacles on this course. That means that goofy foots and regular foots both have equal opportunity on this street skate park.
Yeah, that's really important to be an Olympic certified course. You have to have equal opportunity. You know, goofy versus regular, that's if you're like left-handed or right-handed. You know, regular footed means your left foot is forward. Goofy footed means that your right foot is forward, and we have an equal mix of those kind of skaters here today.
And another telling thing that you're about to see, you're seeing it right now, is you know, our rules state that if you're under 18 or 18 and under, you've got to wear a helmet. And so every competitor in our field is wearing a helmet because they're all teenagers. our oldest skater in this final, 17 years old. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Funa is going to age out of the helmet rule next year, but yes, all of our women's skaters are under 18, and a helmet is a good idea, especially when you're skating big obstacles like this. I can't emphasize it enough. I think that it's a great rule.
I agree. Well, I'm going to think about something that Sonic Youth and Thurston Moore said. It's about to be a teenage riot here, and it's anyone's game. You know, sometimes when you come to these events, you're thinking, oh, Heisa's got it. She's got this thing in the bag. There are a few names that you can kind of always count on to put on a big performance, but in this Elite 8, I feel like we're pretty even.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, like all of these women have their special trick, and this lineup, you know, a who's who of women's skateboarding right now, with one new face to the addition. Shen Qikyu from China, 13 years old, is joining Koko Yoshizawa, Momiji Nishia, Liz Akama, Kaisa Liao, Funa Nakayama, Yumika Oda, and Chloe Covell.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and throw you right into the fire. Who's going to win this contest, Alex White? Go ahead, tell us.
I mean, it's hard to argue. I'm going to go with Momiji Nishia just for the gold medalist and just the pedigree, but Kaisa Liao's our, you know, defending world champ, so it's anyone's game, really, Chris.
All right, our youngest skater is also our first skater. Chen Qi has been ripping this course up. We've seen her in and around town, just calm, cool, collected, and I think she's kind of a silent assassin. You know, she's the lone wolf right now representing Team China, and here we go.
Shen Qi is in, first skater to drop in the women's final, starting off with a big backside 5-0 down the center hubba, following up with a board slide. Shen Qi, only 13 years old, did not back down from the big sets and the big obstacles here. Big kick flip over the bump to bump.
I can't imagine having nerves of steel like this at 13 years old. She looks unfazed.
Yeah, Shen Qi coming from the Japanese team, from the Chinese team, they have a big, talent pool as well, just like the Japanese team as well, and they fire each other up and battle back and forth as well.
So these are 45-second runs, and like we said, you can fall, and you can jump back in. Here we go, the big set.
Backside lip slide. Getting a little sucked, we were talking about that. Hey, Shay is down there right now. Shay, the impact on that 9 stair, can you talk a little bit about that?
Shay's in the crowd right now.
Yeah, the 9 stair has a lot of impact. It's pretty big, so it's harder to ride away. If you don't land perfectly, like a little bit of body weight to the wrong direction can throw you off the board really easily.
Thanks, Shay. Here's how that run went down, kicking it off with that big backside 5-0 down that high impact centerpiece. Beautiful little kick flip over the bump to bump and the foliage.
So you can get up to 100 points, correct? If you have the perfect run of the decade, would be 100 points.
Right. Your total score could be feasibly 300. Out of that 100, Shen Qi, she got a 48.95, so right up there in the middle.
Koko Yoshizawa, joining the home team of Japan regular footer, current world ranked number 8. This could be an event that qualifies her for the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Now she's starting off with a backside Smith, an arguably difficult trick, more so than that backside 5-0. Big spin front board. 2 of our youngest competitors starting off this final. Coco, big backside 5-0. Very nice. No slide, up across the ledge.
Do you feel like a lot of these first runs are kind of, I don't want to say safety run, there's nothing safe about what anyone's done so far, but do you feel like these are tricks and these are obstacles that these young skaters are comfortable with, so they lay down that first run, maybe get something in the 50 to 60 range, and then you have the luxury and freedom to really amplify things in your next run?
Yeah, and also it's a conversation with the judges, right? Because the scores haven't been set yet. It's a completely different scoring scale day to day. So now they can see what their tricks are getting, what these runs are getting first go. There's that beautiful backside Smith she started off her run with. Koko Yoshizawa, 13 years old. Here's that kick flip frontside, or big spin frontside board slide. Proper stance, proper balance. Here's how she finished it off. Big gap out to backside lip slide on that high impact centerpiece. Stoked.
I'm noticing the big rails too. They're outset a little bit, so there's about a 2.5, 3 foot gap from the top of the stairs to the end of the rail, just making it that much scarier and that much harder to hit.
Level of difficulty, yes, exactly. And then the judges, that's a higher scoring area to do your tricks in.
And now one of the best of the best. She lives on the cutting edge of modern street skating. Currently ranked #1 in the world, Momiji Nishia.
Momiji Nishia, now 16 years old, starting off with a big backside Smith down that centerpiece hubba. You'll notice Momiji Nishia has this beautiful arms down style.
I was just going to say, her style is impeccable.
She looks unfazed. I mean, she's been doing these events since she was 10 years old now. So 6 years of this, she's calm. Frontside salad grind. Shout out to Eric Dressen there. Big tail slide on the quarter pipe to link things up. Crooks nollie heel out in her first run.
Let's get tech. Hey, we got Shea and Jagger still in the stands. You guys, what about Momiji's style has her standing out beyond the crowd?
We were just talking about that actually, how comfortable she looks. It almost shows no nerves. And doing tricks like the crook nollie heel in the run is so risky but rewarding for her. How do you feel about that run, Jagger?
That run was unbelievable, and I don't think I would ever do any sort of crook nollie flip or nollie heel out in a run ever. And the fact that she did a first run with the nerves and finals, like, unbelievable.
Wow, I want to be sitting next to those guys. The in-between banter
of those
between our conversations must be amazing. And that was the most tech we've seen yet. That's going to be a huge score. Drop it.
Ooh, giving the judges something to talk about.
Like Bonnie Raitt. Momiji waiting for her score to come through, and as expected, it's a big number, 82.15.
I like that score that the judges gave for that run right there. Excellent score. You know, you're looking at anything above like a 75 being a really excellent score here.
In the semifinals for men and women, we saw multiple scores up in the 90 range, but an 82 in the finals, definitely something to build on, because remember, after these 2 runs, then you get your 5 best tricks.
Yeah.
Here goes Liz Akama. 45 seconds. Might seem like a long time on paper, but it absolutely flies by once they drop in.
Yeah, Liz Akama, kind of the dark horse, coming out and winning in Rome. You know, getting a podium is a big deal. She won it. Barley grind. She's got a trick bag that's so different than all the rest of the women. Able to do barley grinds, frontside big spins.
I mean, it would probably be pretty amazing to go talk to each and every one of these skaters and just kind of find out their influences. What videos do they watch to get excited to skate? Okay.
Frontside 180 nose grind.
All of that looked very easy. Were those easy tricks to do?
None of those were easy tricks, Chris.
Easy about that run.
But yeah, Liz Akama, 14 years old. No one is messing around in this final, Chris, except you and me.
No, I mean, we got to remind you, too, they're making it look so easy. They're making these obstacles look small and mellow. But we did walk around this course just about 10 minutes ago, and we will be honest with you. I'll tell you, I would be scared to skate most of these things. I know you wouldn't, Alex, but the fact that they're just so easily handling each and every obstacle, it's just amazing. And then to do it with precision like that, everything is spun the hardest way possible. They're adding difficulty to already difficult tricks.
Yeah, that frontside 180 nose grind to finish off her run right at the buzzer, too. Great way to set herself apart from the rest of her competitors with different tricks.
So we do have an international judging panel, male and female. One more reminder, they are all ripping skateboarders. And there's your score. So enough for second place for now, 72.36. Highest score so far. Wait, Momiji, the 82.15. Coming up next, an absolute superstar of skateboarding, Aissa Leal, representing Brazil. Goofy footer, currently ranked #2 in the world.
Yeah, #2 in the world, and our defending world champion right here, Aissa Leal. Love that she's wearing the Skate Like a Girl Nike hoodie as well.
Seems like just yesterday she was heel flipping 6 stairs in a 2-2, and now look at her back smithing a massive 9 stair in an arena.
Yeah, coming off of the Super Crown in Street League, she got her highest score ever, Chris. Heel flip front board. half cab, no slide, bring it around. That's a newer trick for Geisa. Front blunt, shove it, stepping it up in the finals.
There's no more cuts. This is for a world championship.
Yes. Yeah, it's so cool to see that there's more in the tank. There's other gears that they have that they ready for finals.
4 seconds.
Back tail lands it.
Wow.
Man, all of the women on the first run right now. Phenomenal skating so far.
Things are amplifying quickly here in this arena. Shay, Jagger, are you kidding me? This is only run number 1.
That was, I don't know, they keep getting better. I think that the big section tricks with her stand out so much, like the backsmith and the back tail, with like the timing of the tray flip too, just back and forth. That shows so much comfortability.
Even just a 2-trick pass doing the tray flip right after the backsmith makes it so much more difficult, but she made it look easy.
Hey guys, we have headsets on, so we're not really hearing too much of the crowd noise, but this crowd obviously knows what good skateboarding is. What do you feel like they're cheering the loudest for? Is it the big section? Is it the tech tricks that these skaters are doing? See, it's too loud. He can't even hear us. That's how loud it is in this arena. I love that we see showmanship as well, you know? There's nothing wrong with celebrating a good run. The judges letting her know it's exactly what you need to do. Haisalil now jumps into the lead with an 84.15. Alex, I feel like we're going to be seeing this all day long. I hope, wherever you're watching, I hope there's a seatbelt or a rope you could tie yourself to your couch, because you're in for a wild ride.
You can imagine the nerves a little bit with Funa right there, just watching everybody nail their first run.
Funa Nakayama currently ranked 6th. 45 seconds on the clock.
Starting off with a big backside lip slide down the centerpiece handrail, turning it back around. Front blunt. Funa Nakayama, first contest back since shattering her collarbone. The song. Crooks on the big hubba. Doesn't look like she's holding back. Setting up here, heel flip, front board. She's got one too, just like Haisa's run. Oh, and going for the front crooks, which is like her trick, and slipping out just a little bit at the end there. That's the first fall we've seen, Chris, in the entire final.
It shows you it happens to the best of them. It was a great run up until then. I like she had a bit of a different read to the course. I feel like you have to at least do one major trick on the biggest section, whether it's the rail or the hubba. I almost feel like you got to do one rail trick and one hubba trick if you want to get up into the 80s.
Yeah.
You can mix it up around in some of the smaller areas, but that impact section is, I feel, looming pretty large in the mind of the judges.
Yeah, they've been showing it with their scores right now as well.
And we had a small digitized version of this young skateboarder, Yumika Oda, standing on our desk, but now she's standing on the course. Currently ranked number 3 in the world, 17 years old. Here we go.
Yumika Oda has been on fire so far for this entire contest. Starting off with a big backside lip slide down the handrail in the centerpiece. Kick flipping it over the box. Backside tail slide. You saw her truck kind of hung her up there. I don't think she was expecting to make contact with her truck. Mika setting back up, looking for redemption. Crooks down the big hubba.
Perfect. That ability to just kind of gather yourself so quickly after a fall.
Front blunt.
6 seconds. She's got to get there in time. Here you go. Watch the timer. Okay, so the tail hit before the buzzer blew. You have to. Your tail has to hit before that bell rings. She fell on that last trick, so 2 falls. Most likely not going to be a keeper, and I feel like the urgency now is starting to shake things up a little bit, because these skaters know they only have 2 opportunities, 2 runs, and regardless of what happens, if you fall on both runs, that's the trick you're carrying, that's the score you're going to be carrying through into our best of 5 single trick portion of the finals. As we see now, Chloe Cavell, definitely a fan favorite anywhere she goes in the world, including Tokyo. Currently ranked number 5 in the world. She's 15 years old, a regular footer, representing Australia. Here we go, Chloe Cavell. Boom, bolts.
That back-to-back kick flipping the stairs and then going into the crooks right after. Nose grind balanced perfectly. Chloe has this like really beautiful style as well. 50-50 kickflip out, getting away from her for the first time I've seen her miss that trick this entire contest so far. Right back at it, frontside feeble, stomping it.
Well, even with that one fall, this run is looking pretty amazing so far. 13 seconds left.
Kickflip front board. Yeah, she's our #1 qualifier. Highest run score of the women yesterday in the semifinals. Coming in switch now. Switch, frontside board slide. Okay, well, she came unstuck on the kickflip front board, so that's kind of why you're seeing her body language look so, but still a really solid run, Chris.
I think one characteristic of all of our 8 finalists is they're all perfectionists.
Yeah.
You know, they work so diligently, they work so hard, not only on learning the trick. There you go, that's our favorite Chloe fan in the building.
That's such a
That's
good
a
sign.
homemade sign, but I feel like somebody in the Chloe camp should get those manufactured. That is awesome. I don't think she needs to be that hard on herself. That was a pretty amazing run.
Yeah, Chloe Cavell, you know, regular footed skater, which means that left foot forward.
How does a 13-year-old have so much power?
I don't. I think it's natural born talent, somewhat, and hard work. You know, the combination of those two. But yeah, she looks like she was born to skate.
59.11. So the judges definitely.
They really docked her for that.
Just saying, get the camera out of my face.
Get that score out of my face.
Get back into this. All right, well, don't worry too much about Chloe Cavell just yet. She still has another run, and then, of course, her 5 single tricks. Chenchi up now.
Chenchi, the 13-year-old coming from China, backside 5-0, followed up with a board slide. That 2-trick combo right there, a lot of competitors have been choosing to start off their run. Here's that kick, flipping it back up the course, making her way over to the quarter pipe here. Nice little disaster up there. Chenchi, frontside feeble down the rail now. Pushing her way back up to the other side of the course, getting some speed here. Frontside Smith grind. 10 seconds left. Finding herself back at the big centerpiece obstacle. Take a moment. What's she got for us here? Back lip. Oh, it got away from her.
Looked like maybe she just projected out a little too far and just kind of hit the end of that rail. But either way, I mean, that takes a lot of bravery.
Yeah.
That's doing it the scary way.
A lot of stamina, too.
Yeah.
Muscle stamina. If you think about that, you know, just try and go outside and skate for 45 seconds straight. Just do ollies and see how your legs feel at the end of it.
Well, and let's not forget, too, that, yes, we are trying to crown a world champion here, but also for these skaters who have already made the finals, the points have, doubled in a half towards Olympic qualification. So, not safe to say, but there's a high probability that these 8 skaters taking out, you know, if you have multiple flags, of course we have a lot of representation from Japan. Only 3 skaters from Japan in the female side will qualify for the Olympics. But you're probably going to see some of these names in the Paris 2024.
I mean, it's a safe bet. Starting off with that backside Smith grind, following up with the backside 50-50. Koko Yoshizawa. Big spin front board. You know, she's one of the skaters that looked up to Momiji and saw that possibility model, and now she's out here doing it herself, too. In the final with Momiji.
Yeah, be careful who you inspire to come back and bite you.
Back 5-0.
Who is the most improved of this field over the past 2 years?
Chloe Cavell.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was a quick answer there.
Yeah.
So,
Chloe kind of just like saw what the game was and has figured it out and taken wins home this year, so. But yet to win a world skate event.
So the bell rang there for Koko Yoshizawa, currently sitting in 4th place. By no means safe. That's a precarious position to be in because you look at the names coming up next. That last trick was not in time, so here's what happens now. Koko Yoshizawa has that 68.40, so whatever her next score, so it's a 36. So she's going to be hanging on to that 68.40. That's what she needs to build upon in the next phase of this competition. the 5 tricks.
Yeah, she's going to focus her attention over there to those 5 tricks and start planning what she's going to do.
Currently sitting in 2nd place, Momiji. Her first run was amazing. That was a beautiful, elegant, stunning Smith grind to start this run.
You know, and I do think that that level of confidence that she brings to it, just got stuck on the end of it. Well, she's got a great first run score, so even if she cans it right now, she's going to be just fine. Yeah, she's going to can it. Better not to risk it. But sometimes stuff like that happens. You know, skateboarding is one of the biggest humblers in the world.
Yeah.
You know, you just like...
Even the best.
You look cool, you feel cool, you're doing great, and then you hit a pebble.
It seemed right there. I mean, you see this in all kind of board sports, right? You're thinking about the next trick before you've landed the trick that you're doing.
Yeah. You have to be so in the moment in these contests, and there's so much pulling your attention away that it requires a ton of focus. Liz Akama, currently sitting in 3rd, starting off with a frontside feeble, up into that 50-50, down the hubba. Liz making her way back up here. 270 lib.
I love Liz Akama's style. I wish I could do that trick like Liz Akama does it.
Barley grinds. Shout out Donnie Barley, inventor of the trick.
Oh!
Frontside big spin heel.
No!
See, these are those tricks she has. She has this amazing kind of frontside attack. Frontside 180, meaning turning your body frontside 180 degrees. That's a really difficult trick that she was just attempting right there, and didn't work out on this go, but Liz Akama, still a solid first run score.
Yeah, sitting in 3rd place, that run's not going to beat that 72.36, but she's pretty locked and loaded right now with that big number. Checking in with the homies. All right.
I want to check in with our homies, with Shay and Jagger, with Jesus.
Yeah, this is insane. We're just watching the run now. I got Gustavo with me here.
What's up, my brother?
I still got Jagger with me.
Yeah, what's going on? Are we on camera right now?
We are. We got Felipe in the mix. Oh, he's about to watch.
Felipe is going to have his eyes
Let's go.
on
I'm excited.
Haisa.
I want to see her upgrades. All right, race is about to go.
Upgrade. Here goes Haisa Leo. Oh, the arena just went silent.
Ooh, backside tail slide, starting it off. Here's that 360 flip. Great rhythm from Haisa Leal, pacing herself well through the first 2 tricks of her run. Setting up for this heel flip. Ooh.
I mean, Haisa was the future of skateboarding like 5 years ago when she was 8 years old.
Still is the
and
future.
she just gets better and better every day.
Well, she's going to call it too. Just like with Momiji, you know, they're sitting on really solid first run scores right now in that 1 and 2 spot, so they can save their energy for the 5 best trick attempts coming up soon.
So Haisa Leo, she's sitting in the lead for now. That last run's not going to help her, so she's just going to have to wait and see what happens next. Let's get the reaction from the ultimate peanut gallery. Look at this crew.
Oh, they saw there.
It's like hype building and then hype drops.
Hey, they all know what it feels like too, you know? You're on your way to a good run and then just like one little thing happens, but that's skateboarding.
Well, Funa Nakayama is coming into this event with some momentum. She's currently sitting in 6th place.
Okay, kicking it off with the backside lip slide, just like in her first run. Big push. She's got to make this run count. Front blunt, snagging it. Making her way to the other side of the course here now. Okay, looking at that big hubba again. Are we going to see the crooks again? Crooks stomped.
Perfect.
Heel flip, front board.
There we go.
She got one more trick. These front crooks that got away from her in the last run. Can she do it?
She's got it.
Yeah, you called it.
I had faith.
You had faith.
I had faith in Funa. So basically the same run that she did previously, but she made everything.
Yes.
She did it with style, with grace, with power. But now it's up to the judges. She definitely gave them something to think about. I can't say enough. I can't emphasize. These are 13, 14, 15-year-olds skating in front of a packed arena for a world title.
Yeah,
a world championship.
Their family here too. You know,
They're chilling.
We're in Japan right now. Yeah, but it is a high pressure situation. And 17-year-old Funa Nakayama rising to the occasion here on her second run.
Do you think there's more pressure in the single trick segment or the run segment?
I feel like on the run, you're just on more, longer, 45
Right.
seconds, you know.
And obviously you have more opportunities. That's a cool Funa sign.
That's great. Yeah, I think a fair score for Funa. You know, there was a good run, but not as jam-packed with tricks out of some of the other runs that we saw from, you know, Haisa and Liz and Momiji.
Helped her jump up to 4th place, 70 plus. All right, just a couple, one more skater to go. Yumika Oda. Will she do, quote, the trick? And
well, not in the run. Okay. She's going to save that for the best trick, considering it's the highest trick. But, you know, one day she probably will. Oh my gosh, starting off with a kickflip front board. So that's a level up. Kickflipping it over. Front blunt.
She looks mad, and I like it.
Yeah. Yumika Oda. Backside lip slide with authority, 20 seconds left. You know, she didn't get her easier run, and now she's going for a much harder run right here. Here's that backside tail slide, smooth.
Shout out DJ Redbeard. I feel like he picked the perfect song for Yumika Oda.
Yes.
Wu-Tang.
3, 2, crooks to finish it off.
Yes. That is going to make things pretty interesting. I feel like that was an impactful run. Big tricks, everything landed bolts. You've judged skate events before. What do you think?
Yes, I've judged a few.
You've judged a few.
Yes, yeah.
You've skateboarded before, right? You know that was all hard.
Nothing like that.
It was all hard.
I'm just so endlessly impressed with the level of focus that these young women show on display here. Kickflip front board to start off your run. Nerves of steel to do that trick. So much could go wrong. Here's that big backside lip slide down the handrail.
I mean, all of the tricks she just did in that run were a mix of science and magic. The physics just do not make sense on so many of the things she just did.
There's that celebration right there.
And that was the first real show of emotion because you can feel the nerves running through all of the skaters right now. Crowds behind her. Let's see it. I think we may see one of the highest numbers.
There you go, 84.22. Just edging
I love
out
being right.
Yeah.
84.22. What was it about that run that was just a step above the rest?
Kickflip front board.
Yeah.
Down the biggest handrail.
To start with that,
yeah,
too.
to start with that trick, too. So much could have gone wrong.
I mean, usually we save the hammers for the ender, but why not
Yeah,
just
that was
start
one
with
of
the
her best
hammer?
tricks from the semifinals. So now she's going to tell us, she's basically telling us she's going to do the kickflip front people in the best trick.
Well, Chloe Cavell did not like her first run. You could see it on her face, and now she has reset, settled, she's locked and loaded, ready for a high-speed assault on this course. She finished second place in her last World Skate event. Here we go, 45 seconds on the clock for Chloe Cavell. Good start.
Kick flipping it up. Backside 50-50, different approach on her second trick here, starting off her second run. Nose grind, well balanced. There you go, 50-50 kickflip out. That's what she fell on in her first run. Now she's got some redemption.
That'll be a...
Oh no, little mishap there.
I was just about to say that 50-50
Still got time, still got
could
time.
be a little
Let's do recovery.
confidence booster.
You got it, Chloe. Front feeble, there you go. What she's knowing in her head right now, she's run out of time to do her final trick, so she's got to change her course of action here really quickly. What's she gonna do? Oh, she went for a kickflip from feeble, but got into a board slide. At least she stayed on her board throughout that entire run. But yeah, like when she hit that little bump and lost her momentum right there, she knew she lost the big last ender of her run, so she had to make some adjustments.
And there's Dad right there. She's got to be proud of what she just did. Do you think Chloe Cavell is more dangerous in the runs or the tricks section?
I mean, she's shown us that she can get the highest run score for women, generally speaking, in the semifinals. So, but she's got the best tricks too. She's just got to shake it off, be a goldfish, and go to those best tricks.
I mean, you can see how bad she wants it, the emotion coming out right now. That shows you right there. This image shows you the passion that these young skateboarders have for what they do, for how much emotion they put into every trick, every run, every contest.
You know, I feel for Lou, her dad, too, as a parent myself, too. It's like, you know, it's in their hands, and you can only watch them go through it.
I still think that's going to be a respectable score.
I think so too, but I don't think she thinks so. She just knows that her back's going to be up against the wall with a 62 run score. Don't give up.
Down but not out. And you know what? I'm fine with seeing that emotion. I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I mean, it shows you the desire, right? She wants to win this thing.
Yeah, there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, all the competitors here, they have cried over this. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into this.
I mean, I would cry tears of joy to just have one trick, any trick that we just saw go down.
Here's that Yumika run right there. That's the clutch run. We just saw Yumika pull her into that first place spot. Backside lip slide down the handrail. Backside tail slide. Yumika Oda got really fired up when her first run didn't work out. She came back in that second run.
How important is momentum? How important is getting a solid score when you go into these 5 tricks? Because there's 2 sides to it, right? You can have that urgency and think, well, I didn't do great in the runs. I'm going to throw everything I got at these tricks.
Yeah.
Chloe's agent, aren't you? So unfortunately Paige is out, but we've got Chloe in here.
Yep.
What happened earlier on? We saw that she kind of sketched out a little bit and it's affected her score a bit.
Yeah, I think it was just the chorus, and she came down a little wrong, and just maybe the little slippery right there. So it just, not really a fall, but it just kind of threw her off to get to the rail. So it happens.
So we still have best tricks coming up. We are so used to seeing her high up in the ranks. Do you think she's able to pull it back?
Oh yeah, she's strong and she knows what to do, and you know, and she wants to push herself, and that's all she has to do is just believe in what she can do. And all the girls, I mean, the level that they push at is amazing, you know. And they, even when they fall, you see them, they fall down hard and they get back up. It's impressive that, you know, they can do that. So yeah.
Great. Well, good luck to Chloe and to you guys, and we'll wait to see what she pulls out the bag.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sam Chan with Tom Curd, a.k.a. Gas Huffer. And, you know, when you reach...
What a handle.
When you reach the pinnacle of sport, like all 8 of these skaters have, I mean, it really does take a team, right? You can have all the talent in the world, but you need that support. Mental, physical, I mean, you need it all. And it's really cool to see these young athletes getting everything they deserve.
Yeah, trainers, psychologists, you know, family, friends. Skateboarding is a individual sport, but the team behind you right now is really important.
Let's take one more look at our competition format. So we just saw our 2 runs each from each skater. Those were 45-second runs. All those scores are now locked in. So now it's up to these 8 skateboarders to 5 trick attempts. So these are attempts. Remember that word, attempts. They fall, it's a 0. They make a trick, then they can put that in the bank. And we've seen it in qualifiers, in the semis. The skaters that come out early and land something and put that number away, you know, save that one for a rainy day. Save a 70. If you can get an 80 on your first trick, you have the luxury now of trying your wildest, hardest tricks, and you're gonna have 4 more attempts. So this is where I feel like strategy comes into play a little bit more. Most likely, all of these 8 skaters have either gone over to a coach, a parent, or a homie and said, okay, do I try my hardest trick first and then I have more options? Or do I put something down that's kind of something that I know how to do? Here we go, Chenshi, we're right into it.
Okay, frontside feeble coming off. That's rough.
That's why we give them 5 tries.
5 tries, still got 4 more. They'll go through the list. It happens really fast right now with the best trick attempts.
Coco Yoshizawa currently in 6th place.
Big spin, front board slide.
Yep.
Coco Yoshizawa. Her highest ever placing is a 4th. She has yet to step on a podium. Maybe today's the day. Tricks like that.
I feel like that's going to be a solid number to start.
Here's that, spinning that board, catching it up onto the rail, sliding perfect, turning the body 90 degrees to come out.
And that's a different type of rail that you would find, that you wouldn't necessarily find at your local skate park.
Yeah.
It's an elite level.
Elite rail.
Scary rail, an out rail. Score comes through 83.14.
So also what's interesting, Chris, is now, I know there's a lot of competitors that can do big spin front boards, including Momiji Nishii right now. She saw what that score was. Does she want to go for an 83 as well? Something different? Susky grind. Stylish.
Grad trick. And when you do it perfectly like that, I feel like you're going to get reward. I think, you know, the Yoshizawa's trick, a little more tech, a little bit more difficult, but right there, that's going to be it's a good little score to put in the bank. Lock that one in. Why is it called a Susky grind?
Well, it's made famous by East Coast skater Erin Susky. So instead of a backside 5-0, you're seeing her turn her body another 45 degrees as she locks the truck into the angle iron on the edge of the hubba, giving it that stylish little extra accent.
It's a cool looking trick. Judges agree. 80.15. So a great start for Momiji Nishia. And one-upmanship, I wouldn't say it's necessarily encouraged, but hey, it's your deal. If you want to do it, go for it. You're not going to get docked.
Liz, hurricane grind. Coming back to regular. So yeah, Liz Akama has this very different bag of tricks. Hurricane grinds, barley grinds, frontside big spins. It's cool to see this in the women's comp.
I'll say it, she's got cool hair too.
Does.
This looks rad on a skateboard.
Turning her body, lifting up there, getting that back truck on while her body's turned 180 degrees, bringing it back down to regular, rolling away.
So at the very end,
Boss.
You just saw that subtle, the wheel kind of went over the rail. Yeah. Do the judges see that? Do they take away points at all for those minute details?
No, I think that won't affect. It's more of if she didn't get into it. If she didn't lock in that truck, that would be a dock.
Wait for it.
There you go,
Boom.
84.
Jumps up into second place there. I mean, can you imagine? I can just imagine the relief that you feel just getting that first big trick.
Anything,
your belt.
yeah.
Aisa Leal, contest killer.
Aisa goofy-footed, coming in with her right foot forward. Kickflip, front board.
Jeez. Well, that looked easy.
You know, even like a year and a half ago, the kickflip front board was not a trick that was, it was like the very best.
That's like a flat bar trick.
Yeah,
a low bar at the park.
It's so cool to see like Yumika and Haisa doing it on the biggest rail here.
Well, this number's going to make things interesting. We're going to see this leaderboard imploding and exploding for the next 20 or so minutes. 86.84, the highest single trick score so far. Aisa Leal now jumps up into the lead. No one is safe.
No
one's safe.
Okay, Funa Nakayama, first contest back after a major injury. Front crooks. That's what got her the cover of Thrasher. That's one of her bread and butter tricks. Also, yeah, you know, helped her get that bronze medal in Tokyo. But I'm sure she's relieved to get that one. I don't know how she does this, Chris, so consistently. Here's that big ollie up, locking in her front truck. You see how she's tilted at that 45-degree axis. That's what makes it a front crooks, not a front nose grind.
And I know that Shay Sandiford is right there behind these skaters as they're warming up. Shay, what is it like on the deck? Are these skaters talking to each other? Are they talking to their coaches between tricks? What's going on behind the scenes?
It varies from skater to skater. Some skaters you see go straight to their coach, ask for some advice, what tricks they should do, what things they should adjust in order. It's kind of like a strategy game too. Obviously the tricks are important, but you gotta strategize the points and stuff.
Saw Yumika there.
Backside overcrooks. Yeah, you know, sometimes they're really focused and they need a reminder of what tricks are scoring as well. So that's where the coach or the homie or somebody comes into play right here. Here we go, replay, alling up, locking in, backside overcrooks. Shifting your weight back on, rolling away clean.
I love it when we see those up close landing shots. 86.73. Yumika Oda now shatters the score line straight into number 2. Aisa Leal still in the lead. Here's our first look at Chloe Cavell in our 5-trick section.
Chloe's got to go big. There we go, 50-50 kickflip out right away.
I think she heard you.
Straight to it. You know, Chloe I'm so impressed with the way these young women understand the game so well. They know what they have to do. And it's really, really difficult skateboarding right here. Here she ollies up. And watch the subtle front foot shift, gets it in the kickflip position, sets up. I mean, we're watching a slow-mo. I don't think I can move my foot that fast in regular motion.
I mean, moving your foot like that, even when you're just rolling down the sidewalk on a skateboard,
takes me 2 minutes.
She did it while flying down a big 9-stair hubba.
There you go.
Straight into Terminator mode. Chloe Cavell, an 87.79.
She's going to climb her way back in. That's what she's got to do.
So Chenchi now, she's got a fall on her first attempt. See what she can do here.
Chenchi aiming up the big hub, a kickflip back 5-0 attempt. Good slide out recovery. You know, a lot could go wrong in that trick. You're flipping into a grind as well. Glad to see that she came away unscathed.
So 2 falls in a row, as if there wasn't enough pressure.
Yeah.
Now you've only got 3 more chances. And I mean, we've seen it happen in past skaters with 5 zeros. I shouldn't even have said it. I shouldn't have put that out into the universe. It is possible. But talking about 8 of the world's best street skaters right now. Here we go, Coco Yoshizawa.
Coco. Kickflip front board. Oh, I didn't even know she could do that trick. Coco Yoshizawa, kickflip front board after the big spin front board attempt. She saw the score that Kaisa got for it. She said, I would like a 85, 86 as well.
What do the judges do with repeated tricks like that?
Well, as long as it's a different skater doing it, fine. They kind of expect you to do this because that's how you understand the score lines as a skateboarder. You see what other skaters are doing, and then you can.
And then it just becomes who did it better, right?
Yeah.
Who wore it better?
Execution. That's the execution prong of who wore it better of the judging.
86.17. Coco Yoshizawa now jumps into the lead. Can be deceiving though, because now she has 2 big numbers. Momiji Nishia, her first trick was an 81.5, so she's opting for the smaller hubba.
Oh my God, Crooks nollie heel out, are you kidding me? Momiji Nishia is on fire right now. That is such a technically difficult trick, and I love to see the women progressing on the technical front. Hi.
Let's take a look at Shay and the crew when they see this high-tech skating from Momiji.
That trick has all on her toes there. That was insane. First try. How do you feel about that?
That was nuts. That was a crick no heel was absolutely crazy. I feel like she could do it down the big ledge, but for her to do it under pressure like that, that's nuts.
We also got to act the crook specialist here, Gustavo. How do you feel about that? You're
Bro,
the
it's crazy the level of the girls, bro. I never thought that so fast the girls going to be doing this trick first try, bro. It's unbelievable.
They're following your lead. What can I say?
Gustavo's got to be proud from what he just saw right there. I mean, that was a signature trick of his. Now he's seen it. Oh!
Barley grind.
Gosh, how fun.
Out.
That would be.
Switch.
That would feel so good to be able to do that trick down that hubba. That was perfect.
Yeah, that's a very high risk trick. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. The risk in that trick in a barley grind is what's called a hang up. So she's switching her body weight right here. She's olling 180 degrees up onto the ledge. And see, as her front truck engages, there's a high likelihood that it could just stick and stop. So you have to be perfectly balanced over it. And she was absolutely perfectly balanced over it.
That was flawless. And, you know, of note, too, we have all 3 Olympic medalists.
Yeah.
From Tokyo, currently competing in this final. 85.58. Momiji, she now is in the lead. Might as well just take these numbers away for a while because this leaderboard is being shook. Haisa Leal, she was in the lead about 2 minutes ago. And she would need a 74.78 or above.
Ooh, kickflip backflip down the handrail.
This
final is nuts, Chris.
I mean, we're witnessing progression in real time. It's happening. It's happening now.
And I just love to see it when all the women in the comp in the final two are all having a good day pretty much. You know, they're all landing their stuff right here. Second attempt, kickflip, backlip, followed up by that kickflip front board.
These are video part enders that a couple years ago, these skaters would be out in the streets trying those for maybe hours. Now they're just doing them on demand, no worries.
Yeah, the key to it, the key ingredient is that consistency, that experience.
Well, I mean, it's easy for me to say no worries from up here,
yeah,
where it's safe. And we have cracked into the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, Haisa Leal, a 90.91. Kicky back lip. So dangerous.
Yeah, so you see on that leaderboard, she has 3 yellow highlighted scores. That means that she has already achieved 3 scores. Now she can improve on it.
Una Nakayama currently in 6th place. I mean, she's got a huge mountain to climb. She needs a 92.22 to get up into 2nd place.
Oh, she's trying the overcrooks too.
Oh, that was kind of a brutal slam as well. Not only mental toughness, but physical toughness. I mean, to slam like that off a 9 stair and jump right back up and get to it.
These young women are so tough. Endlessly proud of them. Okay, Yumika Oda, are we going to see the kickflip front feeble?
I hope so.
She has it. It's the highest.
I'm just going to hold my breath right now.
For all women. Looks like she's setting up for it. Oh, okay, so her back truck didn't lock into the rail, so that's what happened. She fell out of it.
I feel like she's going to try that 3 more times.
So Yumika Oda got a 95.25 for that, Lasang.
Chloe Cavell sitting in 7th right now, needs a 95.28 for a podium finish. She's got a deep bag of tricks, a lot of confidence.
Heel flip, down the set, rolling away. Chloe Cavell has really brought flipping down the stairs into the limelight in women's as well as switch flipping downstairs, and I really love to see it because it shows a lot can go wrong when you're flipping your board like this midair. Watch her heel kick off the edge of that board. That's what's called a heel flip. Getting her feet back on the bolts, rolling away.
Do you think that's a closer trick, or is that a trick that's kind of a bridge, a confidence booster? You nail a heel flip like that, you land it perfectly, and then maybe it gives you the wherewithal to step it up and try something a little harder?
Yeah, I think it's a confidence booster trick for her as well.
Best sign of the day right there, for sure. We're going to go to the top of the order for the
We got Chinchi coming up next. So far, 2 zeros.
Going back in for that kick flip, back 5. Oh, no. Okay, Shenchi.
Skateboarding at this level is gnarly.
Yeah, just looking down that big hubba in the middle, I can't imagine.
Took me 45 seconds to walk up it. Koko Yoshizawa. Never fun to go directly after one of your competitors' slams.
Ooh, trying hurricane.
Because it can be contagious like that.
It's all right, though.
Still in 4th place, at only 237.71 total. And she's got 2 big numbers to start. One of the most stylish females currently on 4 wheels. Momiji Nishia currently in 2nd place.
Oh, she wanted to do what Chloe did. Because Chloe actually ended up getting an 86 for that heel flip, which I didn't get to mention before they moved on to the next skater, but that was a pretty high scoring trick, and I know that Momiji can do those as well.
What's she working out here?
Something contortionist.
Something radical.
Yeah, twisty. Ooh, frontside feeble, frontside 180 out attempt for Liz Akama.
I like the crowd we got in here. I mean, we are popping. It's absolutely raging. You take a quick look around this arena. See Haisa Leal, your current leader. The only skater for now with a 90+ score.
Oh, kickflip from blunt attempt. Wow.
I mean, she's so good with that trick.
Yeah, I mean, just saying that before, Chris, like that was the small rail trick now, and now we're seeing the women bring that to, you know, these tricks that they're progressing and bringing up onto larger, more high consequence obstacles.
I mean, it's so harsh to get a 0 trying such a hard trick and slamming like that, but
goose egg.
That's the reality of competitive skateboarding. Una Nakayama going right now, currently in 7th place. She would need a 92.22, break up into the top 3.
Ooh, snag in the backside overcrux.
Oh, she's relieved.
You know, with 5 out of the 8 skaters being all from Japan here, it's a contest within a contest, Chris. So every score counts. Here's that backside overcrux. They're going for the top 3. Of course, everybody wants to win it too, but just placing higher with every score, getting a higher score line is super important to qualify overall for the Olympics.
I mean, that's an 86.06. I mean, it's almost like the curse of being a young female Japanese skater is, yes, you've got so much to pull from, inspiration all around you, but you're also going up against the best of the best.
Oh, so close for Yumika.
And closer than the previous attempt, which was the same trick. I think she's gonna get it.
She's got 2 more tries. You know, and that's what she's gonna focus on right now. You can see it.
All right, Chloe Cavell coming up next. Shay, I feel like the intensity is rising. Things are escalating here in Best Trick.
Intensity is definitely escalating over here. We got Felipe on his toes for the switch flip coming up.
No!
Felipe, what went wrong there on the switch flip?
I didn't know she can bail on a switch flip for a reason. I always just see she landing every time it's first try.
Yeah, I think she got the next one.
Got the next one, dude. That's gotta happen.
Are we gonna see the kickflip front feeble?
Yes.
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 I
I believe you.
I believe in Yumika.
Chenchi currently sitting in 8th place.
Oh.
It happens. It happens to the best of them.
So
she's one of the best.
Yeah, for Shenchi right now, that's a really tough pill to swallow because she only has 1 score on the board, technically with that second run score as a keeper, the 48.99, so she's pretty much out.
Well, she could be coming back for a redemption trick.
A redemption trick,
hopefully
personal redemption. Ooh.
Coco Yoshizawa. So 2 falls in a row. The good thing for Coco, she's still in 5th place. And I feel like if you're a skater right now in this final representing Team Japan, you just got to try your best to finish higher than the rest of Japanese skaters you're going up against, because that just makes your Olympic path a little bit clearer.
A lot of points on the line here as it's a World Championship event. Oh no! Slipping out on that heel flip. That's so rough too. You know, when you do everything you can and you land on it, it still gets away from you.
I mean, every trick is so impactful. I almost forgot we're about to crown a world champion here.
We're getting really close here, Chris. Oh my God.
Yes!
Oh, she was so close. That trick is so hard to turn your body out of, that frontside feeble.
Jerry Sue would be proud.
Yes.
That was 99% a make. If that was in a video part, we could maybe edit it.
Yeah, that was like, just cut.
We all saw what happened. You got to ride out clean.
Oh, Aisa.
All right, current leader.
Looking
Potentially,
at that front blunt.
This is potentially a world championship trick.
Oh my gosh, she was so close right there as well.
Well, she knows she's still gonna, keep the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, this is a good
Still
place for her to be
unsafe.
in. Yeah, though she's sitting in that #1 spot too, and she's not going to take her eyes off the prize right there. That kickflip front blunt would seal the deal.
So she has 1 more chance. It's a harsh 0. Funa Nakayama, 2 more chances. She had a make, a fall, and a make. We'll see what she's got right here. Currently in 4th.
Ooh, trying the heel flip front board.
What's harder, heel flip front board or kick flip front board?
So it's like a personal preference thing, but right now the judges are scoring heel flip front boards higher than kick flip front boards.
Some people are heel flip people.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people are kick flip people. Some of us just do shove it.
Here we go, Yumika.
Sorry.
Here we go.
I want to see it. We all want to see it.
Oh my God! Yumika Oda lands the kickflip front feeble.
She might be making a quantum leap from 7th place.
Jeez.
Above and beyond.
I have goosebumps. That was so clutch and done so well. That is such a dangerous trick, Chris. The hang-up factor on a kickflip front feeble is beyond. Look at this right here, flipping it over. Okay, she's sticking her back struck right where the kingpin sits into that grind position, pushing it out, pulling it out at the end and landing bolt and riding away. That is so hard. Let's watch this angle here. Kickflip, look at that. Like, there's so much equipment right there that could hang you up. So much could go wrong.
I mean, that is about as dangerous as skateboarding gets. The thrill is back. That was incredible. Will it match her highest ever score in competitive skateboarding history? 94.80. Yumika Oda takes over the top spot. May have just ripped a world championship right out of the hands of Haisa Leal.
That was phenomenal. This final right here for the World Championship is everything it's living up to be.
I don't know what to say. First time for everything. That right there was mind-blowing. And how do you not get shook after seeing a trick like that?
Oh, Chloe Cavell answering back with
do
a
that.
switch flip down the long 9.
This is like a boxing match. We're just seeing
No
blow
one's
for
down
blow.
for the count.
Oh, perfect. Boxing kangaroo.
How'd you know that was going to happen?
I see the future. You know, the Australian national surf team is called the Irakanjis. They're known to bring the sting. I'm going to go ahead and call Chloe Cavell Irakanji. She just brought a stinger to this arena.
Look at that. So she's going switch. This is like riding with your opposite hand if you're right-handed, you're left-handed. Kicking it out, kicking that kickflip out, landing on a bolt, and riding away. So happy about that.
Chloe Cavell has some of the best reactions of any. Look at that, catching with her toes.
Yeah, she was barely rode that thing out.
She knows right there. That was.
It's a huge obstacle to switch flip down too. It's so high impact, it's so long. So much could go wrong when you're flipping your board like that.
Dad's bringing the hype, as he should. Chloe Cavell might have just flipped her way closer to the podium with a 94.62, just like that. She nearly goes from last to the podium.
I mean, just the excellent ability that Chloe has in the best tricks, because she's sitting on a pretty low run score. To come back out and get that 94.62, to emotionally recover from that setback was huge.
All right, coming up next, Chenchi Shea. It's getting wild out here. So we're down to the last tricks. Chenchi is up.
Oh my gosh, she hung on to the kickflip back 50-50, maybe trying a 5-0 there. I'll have to see in the replay, but.
Bob Marley redemption song right there
Yes.
for Chenchi.
That's got to feel good for the young woman's confidence.
The future of skateboarding is in real good hands. I'll tell you that.
Okay, here's that flipping it in. She ended up kind of getting both trucks on, but not both feet, which was wild. Look at this, Chris. Catching back foot. Her front foot really doesn't touch the board the entire time while she's grinding.
I mean, that's quantum physics. Making the impossible possible. Chenchi comes through with an 89.44. Unfortunately, she had 4 falls for that, but you know what? That was a sentimental 89. Koko Yoshizawa would need a 91.20 to get herself onto the podium. final.
Aiming up that
attempt.
hurricane grind again. Can she get that truck in? And she does! Gets the grind, turns back in regular, rolls away. Again, a very difficult trick. High likelihood of hang up or slip out. She did it proper. Here's that replay again, alling it up. She's got to turn her body backside 90, getting that truck on, turning it back the other way to ride away clean. Hurricane grind.
Yeah, I think any of us would have the same reaction doing a trick like that down a massive 9-stair.
You can barely do it on the mini ramp, Chris.
You know what?
Hurricane.
I love the emotion that skateboarding brings out in all of us, not just the skaters doing the tricks, but all of us watching right now. You can feel it. It's a palpable feeling, right? You feel the energy coming off these skaters. And I think they're doing their job. They're making us want to go skate.
Oh, definitely.
And let's not forget all the business, all the pressure. They're having fun. I mean, this is fun for them.
There, oh my gosh, I was like gonna call it before because she was so well over it too. And that's gonna be it there from Omiji Nishia.
A rare sequence of 3 falls from Omiji. Still on the podium though. Can be knocked off. Will it be Liz Akama? So she's had 2 falls on her 2 previous attempts. Here we go, final attempt for Liz Akama.
Alling up, frontside feeble, frontside 180, getting away from her.
Again, I mean, about as close as it gets right there to a make. So, Oda, Leo, Nishia, safe for now.
Okay, Raisa Leal, our defending world champion, our champion from 2022, sitting in the 2nd place spot. One last chance to unseat Yumika Oda.
This trick right here could make her a world champion.
Again.
Deep breath. Here we go.
Oh, that was so close, Raisa Leal. That's going to be it for her, unfortunately. She landed on her board. She did everything she could right there. And now.
Oh, wow, I mean, history is about to be made here in Tokyo. So we will not see a repeat champ.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate too for Raisa, but she skated incredible. So Funa cannot unseat the world champion right now. She her 3rd is the best that she can do right now by getting nearly a 90. But getting on the podium is still a big deal because you have that battle going on right now with Japan to see who can place highest in this final. There's a lot of points on the line. This still matters a lot. Oh, and not getting the heel flip front board. Okay, that's going to be it for Funa, sitting in that 7th place spot. Now for Yumika. Basically, like, where do you go from here? You're in the leaderboard position.
I think you just firecracker this 9-stair.
Backside tail attempt, and doesn't really matter right now. She did all she could do, sitting in that 1st place spot.
So Yumika Oda, I feel like we're witnessing somebody who's kind of starting to develop a signature trick.
Oh, it's a beautiful kick the front people. What a signature.
And you can feel a little.
Yeah, it's like it's almost a sure thing for Yumika, but we just don't want to celebrate too soon for her.
No.
She's not going to start celebrating. She's putting her helmet away because she's done skateboarding, but.
All right, Chloe Cavell could upset the balance here. An 88.45, get herself on the podium. We have 2 Japanese skaters, 1 Brazilian, 1, 2, 3. Chloe Cavell daps up the pit crew. I wonder what's going through her mind right now. She's going through the files of tricks.
Maybe she's taking a crowdsource on what trick does everybody want her to do.
Do we take requests?
She takes requests. She's a DJ. Great recovery from Chloe Cavell, too, from the run section right now. Really, really proud of this young woman. Ooh, trying the kickflip front people, too. What a nod to Yumika as well, showing her at the end of this contest that maybe I can do your trick, Yumika.
Just trying that was incredible. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new world champion. Yumika Oda, your 2023 Street World Champion, doing it with one of the most technical tricks we've seen of the entire season. I mean, that right there was just incredible. You could feel the pressure building from the first moment.
That's the campaign.
Are your final results? The Street World Championships. Third place, Momiji Nishia. Second place, Haisa Leal. And your new champion, Yumika Oda, representing Japan.
Maybe it's good luck to have a tiny Yumika on the desk before we go into a contest. Maybe that was the kicker, but Yumika Oda showing progression, pushing the sport for all women. Here is that moment right there, the highest single scoring trick for the women ever. Kickflip frontside feeble grind.
I mean, the details of this trick, right? The precision, the footwork, everything has to come together perfectly to avert disaster. Yumika did everything flawlessly to win a world title.
Yeah, she had to land this trick. You know, she has to use her biggest tricks. That trick is so unheard of, it's so new, and Yumika Oda is utilizing it to step up and win a world championship.
I can't emphasize enough the difficulty of that trick. And of course, the consistency that Yumika had to lean on, right? She had to get her 2 runs in. She got scored from her best run. And then to come into that 5-attempt series of tricks that she had to throw down, right? She knew that she had to step it up. I believe she was outside of the top 3 going into the 5 attempts.
Yep.
So for her to step it up like that, hands down, amazing.
I feel like the theme is the grit and determination of these women. We saw everybody have a moment where they felt like they were going to lose it. We saw Yumika Oda on her first run not land her tricks and have to come back, focus, and nail that amazing second run score. The same thing happened with Chloe Cavell as well, you know, losing some of the focus, maybe getting knocked around and having to come back and show what you have. And Yumika Oda did that perfectly. Her ability, her resilience to bounce back, and this is really what cinched the world title win.
And not only a world champion, but I mean, she just secured herself a huge pile of points towards Olympic qualification.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talk a lot about Momiji, we talk a lot about Haisa. I think it's time we all start talking about Yumika Oda.
Yeah, Yumika Oda has arrived right there. I love Yumika is such a good person out there too. She hypes up everybody. She's just like one of the crew as well. And Yumika Oda, I mean, hats off to Yumika. I'm so impressed. I think I screamed into the mic so much during this, so apologies if I was screaming a lot, but that was a really exciting women's final.
Yeah, if your ears are bleeding, it was totally worth it because we just witnessed history. So that was a trick that got Yumika Oda the highest single score in the history of women's skating.
So that was the highest single scoring of this event. She got the highest single score in history when she did it in Lusong.
Same
the
trick.
95. She got a 94.08 on this one, but still, you know, mid-90s for that trick.
Doing it when it counted.
Do it when it counted, exactly, yeah.
Well, the energy here in this arena just went through the roof, and guess what? It's now the calm before yet another storm. As we get down to our interview with Yumika, you know she's got to be on top of the world. Our new world champion standing by now with Shea Sandiford.
地元の国で世界選手権優勝してどういう気持ちですか今は？
初めて世界選手権で優勝できて、しかも地元日本で優勝できたのですごい嬉しいです。
大会中はどういう気持ちですか？フリップオンピーブルを3回目で乗ってもどういう気持ちですか？
本当は一発で決めたかったんですけど、3回目で決めることができて、しかも90点台を出すことができたので、すごく嬉しいです。
おめでとうございます、世界選手権。So I was explaining to her that after winning this contest, the World Championship in her home country, she's saying such an amazing feeling. She was able to bring out her signature trick, the kickflip from feeble. She wishes she did it first try, but she did it on her third try, and she couldn't be more happy. おめでとうございます。はい。
Oh, thank you, Shay. So, we saw it after the Olympics. Yuto became a household name in Japan and, of course, all around the world. I'm so excited for what's next for Yumika Oda. She is going to be a superstar here in Japan, and this highlight package will further prove how amazing that final was. All 8 skaters deserve so much credit for what they just did. I mean, if this is where we're at right now with Women's Street, thank you. Thank you to all 8 of our finalists for putting on a show like that.
Yeah, the finalists, generations of women skateboarders have paved the way for this, and these young finalists right here are running with it right here. Momiji Nishia had an incredible run here. There's that Suski grind, the style queen herself, and this trick right here, this is the progress. Crooks, nollie heel flip out, first try in the best trick section. Momiji was looking really confident, ended up in that 3rd place spot, but Haisa Liao landing in the 2nd. 2022 world champ. Solid run for Haisa, bringing out new tricks.
Now, would it have been a different outcome if Haisa Liao got the kickflip front blunt?
Yeah, I think so. I think that probably would have gotten her the score as well too. And she knew it too, but she was in such a good place even before she started trying that. Here's that kickflip frontside board slide. She landed first go in the best trick attempt section, then followed it up with this kickflip backside lip slide. Solid skating from Haisa Liao.
I mean, and again, these are all video part enders. Or I should say, they were all video part enders. Now it's the benchmark.
Yeah, in 2023 right now, Yumika Oda is showing total dominance here, that backside lip slide. This is some tricks from her run section. She had a rough first run and then came back in her 2nd run. Had that focus, that determination that I've seen from the women right here in the finals. Here's that backside over crooks that she landed during the best trick attempts. Yumika Oda.
Well, I think Yumika Oda deserves to stand on one more podium, presenting your Women's Street World Champion, Yumika Oda.
Oh, Yumika Oda.
Bring her in. Bring her in. There she is.
There she is.
I want this Yumika Oda hologram to just be with us for forever.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I'm inspired by what Yumika just did. I'm sure there's a million viewers out there watching that all want to skate like this. Well, that real Yumika Oda, but this one right here, I mean.
Yumika Oda action
incredible.
Figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a whole we got a whole
exit through the
plan
gift
for
shop
this.
and get one, but yeah, Yumika Oda, larger than life. Even though she's on our small table here, I'm so proud of Yumika. That was an incredible performance.
Well, we can't wait to see what's next for our new world champion. And coming up after this brief video, we got the men's finalist. To get you hyped up for that, we're going to tag along with Team Red Bull as they go down to Australia and go wild in the streets. This is Red Bull Drop in Australia.
Nice angle, Tori.
Let's see it, let's see it.
I kind of missed that one.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
That was good. No, get the other one.
I can also film the flip air, but I don't want to your angle up. You're the man.
No, you're helping to make it a little, adding a little spice.
When you're trying to get in there. I'm trying to get like in there.
You missed him, look.
Look, you want me to film basic? I can film basic.
This is actually working really well.
I'm gonna only film one more because my battery's low. I'm over it.
The first one was the best one. Look, he had it good. He up the rest.
I'm more of like a long lens zoom guy. Now I'm going cinematic. This is the angle, dude. Yeah.
Well, that got me excited to watch that on Red Bull YouTube Skate. Red Bull Skate YouTube. You know where to find it. You know where the cutting edge of skateboarding is happening. Check out the Red Bull Australia drop-in. The whole team goes off in that video. Well, speaking of going off, so the field we had entered in this event were the biggest names and the biggest stars in skateboarding.
Yeah.
Right? We had to make some savage cuts along the way to get to our final 8. One of the big names that we had that everybody had high hopes for, including himself, was Gustavo Ibero. So Gustavo Ibero, just one of the dozens of names of skating's biggest stars that didn't make the cut into the finals. A pretty heavy situation.
You know, Gustavo Rivera, it was great to see him in the crowd with Shea as well, too. But here we have little Gustavo Rivera.
In digital
here.
form.
Yes. And, you know, Gustavo Rivera had some really good runs. It was a controversial score, kind of, when his second run score came in. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. He's a true professional. You know, he's #2 in the world. He's going to have another chance, too. He's going to have another chance at Olympics.
Well, and the cool part about it is Gustavo, who is here, but he's also right over there. So,
yeah,
you know, he comes back, he comes to support the women, he comes to support his friends that are going to be skating in the finals. And that's just one of the names that didn't make the cut. Let's take a look at some of the biggest names in skateboarding that didn't make this final 8. There you go. Jamie Foy, Felipe Gustavo, which we will hear from later. Shane O'Neill is here. Kelvin Hoefler, Chris Joslin, Giovanni Viana, who's been coming off of win after win after win. Descenzo, Vincent Malou. I mean, that list right there, that, for all intents and purposes, is a final in itself.
Yeah.
But those are some names that got cut earlier in competition.
Yeah, and Vincent Malou was a tough one. He was just sitting right on the bubble right there at the end, and he was watching in the crowd as his final dreams kind of expired. But yeah, that top 8 was super contentious, and those skaters, even though that they're the biggest names out of the competition right now, they have the great ability to kind of rebound, regroup, and they're going to be back at it again. So I'm really proud of all the skaters in the semifinals. The semifinals was amazing to watch, and you know, the finals is going to be incredible as well.
Well, we're going to have to get a construction crew in here because the women just blew the roof off this arena. But guess what? You might as well just leave that roof off because the men are going to come through here for their final, and I don't know if there's going to be anything left of the street course after what we're about to say. Let's take a look at who to watch for our men's finals.
On the men's side of the draw, one skateboarder to watch is Ginwoo Onodera. The 13-year-old phenom from Yokohama, Japan, has a nearly unmatched technical ability. Now, Ginwoo can compose perfect lines, and he can do the highest scoring tricks ever, but he's yet to win a major event.
自分的には同じ静岡の根付帰りが一番すごい自分的には推してますね。それこそ地元が一緒でずっと昔から一緒に滑ってる仲間なんで、競い合うっていうのではなくて、なんていうの、お互いをすげえ高め合うって本当にその言葉が似合ってると思います。
男子は白井空君です。この世界選手権のために一緒に練習してきたり、やっぱスイスは怪我で出れてなかったので、この世界選手権で一緒に勝ちたいなと思ってます。
Obviously, you got to keep your eye on Yuto. He won the gold medal in Tokyo, and he's hungry. He wants more for sure, and he has the tricks to do it. He knows how to do it. He's done it before, so it's familiar to him. So watch out for him. People are starting to learn some of the tricks that he was doing maybe 5 years ago, but he's like ahead of that wave where he's constantly progressing. Also, Sora Shirai. I've known him since he was like a young boy, and he's really growing into like an amazing skater. The new tricks he's been working on are incredible, and he's looking really good on that course out there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of skaters to watch coming up in this final.
My mind's blown.
Yeah, you know, it was interesting to see that.
Like,
everybody has an opinion about who to watch for. You know, I also think like Ginwoo Onodera, 13 years old, youngest skater in the final, is really an amazing skateboarder, has tricks that no one else can do. And Cordano Russell, too, the powerhouse, 19 from Canada, also his first final in a major event. He's going to be one to watch as well. The whole field right now, also Sora Shirai, has a trick named after him too. So, you know, that's a huge honor in skateboarding. If you can do a trick that they name after you because it's so difficult and no one else can do it, the Sora grind, that's incredible.
I'm right there with you. And Cordano Russell has made his first final here in Tokyo. We're super excited to see what he's got for us in the finals. So let's get to know a little bit more about Cordano. He is standing by now with Shea.
I'm here with Cardano Russell from Team Canada, and yesterday you qualified in the finals with 3 9s out of the 5 best tricks. That's gotta feel good. How do you feel going into the contest today?
Dude, I feel really blessed, super excited to be here, and just gotta stick to the game plan. Just go forward and just take it one trick at a time. That's it.
And with this being a world skate event where other contests you might just go for the win, with the points being such an important part of the contest, does that change your strategy at all?
It changes it just a little bit. You know, the main goal out here is to show up and show out for me, and I want to go out here and do my best and show my tricks.
Let's do it. Yeah. Team Canada, let's go.
Team Canada.
Cardano Russell about to show up and show out. Cannot wait to see what this Canadian powerhouse will have for us here in the finals. Well, the semifinals yesterday was an absolute mind bender of an affair, and I want to introduce a special guest who's been in the audience for today getting hyped. Felipe Gustavo, welcome to the booth.
Hello everybody, pretty hyped to be here. Excited for this finals. The women's was crazy.
Yeah, no, we could hear it. I mean, we heard you guys shouting, whistling, hooting, and hollering from up there. So if that women's final is any indication of what we're about to see in the men's finals, things are about to get real, raw, and radical here in this arena. Before we get to the finals, let's talk a little bit about the men's semifinals. So this was yet another show for the ages. We saw some new names, some new faces coming through, and it felt like the pressure kind of cut through this field. As we look at what happened, Sora Shirai, 3rd place in your men's street semifinal. What did Sora do to get himself into the top 3?
I mean, dude, Sora just had their own moves, you know? All those like 180 tricks that he does is so precise, and like, it's crazy that he lands those kind of tricks all the time. You know, he has his like own score. Like that right there, he just so him. Like nobody does it better, and then that's it. He had his own score.
So fun to watch these skaters just make things more difficult for themselves, doing everything the hard way in and the hard way out, just like that. The physics, nothing makes sense, but how he does it makes perfect sense.
It's just so precise, you know. Sora's one dude that he always so solid, you know, always solid, and like those spins that he has is like, I don't know, some crazy back yoga moves kind of.
The limber fellow. What about Ginwoo Onodera right here too, 13 years old? I mean, you competed at a young age as well. What's the kind of pressure he's feeling right now?
That's the thing, like when you're that young, you don't even kind of get that much pressure. You know, you're just having so much fun. Like I remember my young days when I skated Tampa Am, like I didn't speak English, I didn't do anything. I was just, yo, I'm doing tricks today. I don't care who's here, you know? Like, that's it, I'm having fun. So for sure he has the pressure now because he's skating with all these like favorite like skaters, you know? And then like, you know, he's in Japan, and he's feeling some type of way, but I just hope that's gonna motivate him to be here today.
Do you think that Ginwoo, you know, going up against Nyjah Huston, one of the winningest skaters to ever do it, but doesn't seem like Ginwoo has any fear at all. There's like this blankness that he's a menace, but can Nyjah fend off all these young up-and-comers?
Dude, I don't think Ginwoo is like not even thinking about that. He just hyped to be there with all his like favorite skaters, you know, and then that's the thing that's pushing him to be here today and like be pushing skating more and more and more. So yeah, I'm excited to skate with Ginwoo. I think he's incredible, and then I'm like, how can this kid this young do all these tricks? Like, what's happening to us? Just kidding.
I know, right? So what's your overall takeaway from the semifinals?
I feel like every contest nowadays, like the semifinals are kind of harder than the finals, you know? Because to make it to the finals nowadays, it's like 3 different contests. You make it to the final, you're just like, oh my God, I made it, you know? And it's gotta keep pushing. And you know, all those Olympic events is like so much skating. Like we've been here for 12 days, you know?
Yeah.
Every day skating, every day skating, every day skating, like.
Yeah, and you've always been also in the women's corner too, and I've seen, like, let's watch your reaction right here. You're always in Raisa's corner too when she's landing her tricks, so I love to see you out there. Here's what just went down. Let's walk us through this moment with Raisa.
I mean, like, her flick is just incredible. It's like better than, you know, 80% of the people that are here today, kind of.
There you
got the clip.
Oh yeah, I was hyping on that. That's going up soon.
That will be on the gram any second. And I want to echo kind of what Alex just said too. I mean, you guys went to work all week long, but you've also been doing it around the world and back. I mean, to have this as your job, right? To show up and go out there every single morning, because you're here before us. You know, we show up, you guys are already out there practicing. It must have been a pretty long season. How do you feel right now? How do you think the field is feeling after a full year of skateboarding, and now we're kind of to the end, but not really?
I mean, like, that's what we signed up for, right? As an athlete, like, the sign up is like, oh, we're going to be sore, but we got to do it. Honestly, like, I love skateboarding, and it doesn't matter where I am, I'm having fun. And then, even though I just came from SLS Brazil, I was home for 1 day, and I came here. And then just like, as this is the last contest of the year, and I feel pretty good in my, like, on my year, all along. But it's definitely like a release, you know? Like, we got like 2 months off. Lately, we haven't been getting that, you know? So it's like, you got to do what you got to do, you know? Got to collect those points.
No doubt. All right, well, we got our finalists lined up. Let's get your first thought, Felipe. Who do you think has the edge right now?
Man.
That's the worst question. That's the hardest question ever.
I mean, Yuto is always a good contender, you know? He's in Japan. He's doing it. Just came out with this insane part. I'm a fan. That's how he starts. See that? 180 switch grab. Yesterday, I think, was a switch tail. Already upgrading.
Big spin front board slide.
So far, so good for Yuto Horigome. And last trick is a banger.
70 back flip.
There you go.
That's about as much as you're going to get from Yuto, right? Just one hand in the air.
That was a solid run right there. That's a good for the start, you know? Like, it's going to get crazy. I think he just want to get one out of the loop, and the next one he's going to upgrade. Probably do like the Nollie 270 tail down the hubba or something. Like, it's like those crazy spin tricks, just so easy for him. Like,
so blind.
How do you work that trick out in your mind? Do you start on a flat bar? Like, how do you get to the point to where you can do it on command in a contest?
I think that goes back on like young days, you know? Like, how do you just like so hype, you know? Like, oh, just on this trick on the flat bar. Oh, let me do it on the 3-stair, 5-stair. And next thing you know, you're doing like a 16-stair like you did in Hollywood 16. Yeah. Just like, kind of like a muscle memory, you know? You can do that anywhere, kind of. But depends on the pressure of the contest. That definitely takes you like in a farther place, you know? Like today, Raisa, I think that's like the biggest kickflip from lunch you ever tried.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like,
I mean, it's self-belief too, right? You got to know that you can do that trick. And the first score is in. Oh, we're going to go ahead and start with an 81.34. So a big number to start with for Yuto Horigome, reigning Olympic gold medalist. And he's in a battle right now to qualify for Paris 2024 as well. Because just like on the women's side, a lot of incredible Japanese talent in the top 20. First final for Cordano Russell. This guy is an absolute powerhouse.
I'm pretty sure it's the second final. He made the finals with me in Rome.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so second final for sure, yeah.
Okay, fakie 5-0, kicking it off. Cab over the hip.
He's really good at doing fakie tricks, like powerful.
Yeah, he's got a unique bag of tricks like that.
Like
he's
this
the
right
only
here.
one that does that.
Like mid-run is so much effort.
Cordano shuffle.
Bro, that is absolutely crazy. Nobody does it like that too. Nice.
Heel flip. A big spin back flip.
All right. Looking good, looking good.
Well timed too.
There he
wow.
goes. Oh,
gets
and
the bonus.
Wow.
Blunt. That's
Good
a step
start.
up from the runs in semifinals. But he had enough time to ollie up. He was like not even going that fast at all for the blunt.
Bro, the progression for Cordano has been crazy to watch. I mean, like, I just heard about him not even like 2 years ago. I just saw a clip. He's skating like the San Diego Park. And
yeah, Poots Park, yeah.
Next thing you know, my man is over here doing the most.
Oh, there's Mom's
So
little
awesome.
bro. I think Cordano's skating at the Hollywood High recreation for the X Games event.
Oh, yeah.
That was huge.
Here's how he kicked things off.
It's always good to have like the family support too, you know, the mom and brother there. The loved ones just always cheering you up like nobody.
Oof, look at this.
That shouldn't be possible.
I'm pretty sure that he's the only one who did that.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like he had
Even
that much
trick
speed.
right there, it's... Oh my God, that's commitment.
Like so much could go wrong right there.
Right. And nobody does that too. It's like really different. Proper.
Like an underrated attribute right there. He's skating with a lot of joy. I mean, you can tell he loves what he's doing.
He's being blessed right there. And it's also pretty hard to do a trick like down the hub and hit that bump to bar. It's kind of close.
Oh, speaking of close, right there, 81.52.
Good score, good score.
They're just making things
Canada
tight
represent.
from the jump.
Oh, there you go.
Kairi Natsuki, absolute technician. Fearless, down big rails and hubbas.
Dude, he put some crazy tricks back to back.
All right, Kaide in, starting off with a front crook. Heel flip
Like
back.
that right
tail
there?
slide. Yeah, like how did she do that?
Come on. And every time too, like, I think it's been like, what, 4 runs? He always landed that one.
Yeah, he really packs in a lot of tricks during the run section too. A lot of energy.
It's crazy too to do like, you know, a lot of people just do a lot of flip tricks. A lot of people do a lot of shove it tricks. I don't know, flip tricks, you know. He does heel flips, kick flips, spins, you know, all in. Like heel flip back there and a crook nollie flip. Come on. Pretty incredible.
Heel flip back
wow.
flip.
And
What?
that.
Belly heel revert.
That deserves a clap.
Jeez. Kaide Natsuki, you know, he was the #1 qualifier coming from the quarterfinals to the semifinals. He's not the #1 qualifier coming into the finals right now too, but he's looking sharp.
Definitely the most technical run we've seen yet.
How crazy is that? So far, 3 perfect runs.
Jeez.
I think that's where we're at. That's just where we're at.
That's how skateboarding
skating
is
right
now. And it's no missing. Like the level, it's so crazy. Proper. Heel flip back there was so hard to do, honestly.
Here's a heel flip. Or here's the
proper
backside.
Oh!
Wow, he actually touched his truck.
He's forcing his will right there.
I like the slow-mo clips. We can definitely see everything.
Here's the heel flip back lip. Talk me through this one, Felipe.
That's insane. Like I say, like some people just have the heel flip, the flip,
Yeah.
and then he has like front crook nollie flip to heel flip back lip, and like, you know, tray flips and big spin all in one run. That's what we're looking at right there.
Yeah, definitely use a pencil when you fill in this leaderboard because it is going to be.
I know it's funny, it doesn't
switching
run like
up.
that, and then what's the upgrade gonna be like?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Was that like his quote safety run?
Right, like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Great to see Alex Midler back in the finals.
He's looking good. Had an injury in SLS Japan. Probably
Was it
didn't skate for
ankle or
like
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
He rolled his ankle pretty bad like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And then look how strong he's looking now, bro.
Dude is
So
pure
cool.
power.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow.
I mean, flying 20 feet across, locking in a back tail.
Definitely changed his run, huh?
So many nose grind.
How much does creativity play into the eyes of the judges when they lock those scores in?
It's like what you get, you know, it's how you see skateboarding. That's what this is awesome. Nobody does the same tricks with the same style. It's always different. That's why we skate. It's forever gonna be different, you know? Like I see the park somewhere and he sees, I was like, oh, I'm gonna gap this. I'm like, oh no, I see the ledge. I see, you know. Wow. No, bro. Wow.
About 99% perfect for Alex
was-
Midler. So it's not how many tricks you do, it's quality over quantity. So it's pretty cool right there.
And it's how you do it too,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
It's cool to see Kyrie, right? Rapid fire tricks, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And then you see Alex Midler, pure power.
power and speed and, you know, like putting together the runs, you know, like not picking the board up. It's like I say, like he sees different, you know, like sees different than Kyrie, than like, you know, Yuto. That was definitely a pretty good run too. Oh, 59. Okay.
So it comes through to
Yeah, they really kind of
59.56.
Crazy. You miss one trick, you just go duck down, you know?
Braden Hoban, Encinitas, California, right here. Braden.
And he is ripping.
He's been shocking people. He's been
You know,
shocking
he rolled
all
his
of
ankle
us.
on a Monday. Rolled his ankle bad. Big ankle, bro. The flick ankle, too. And then he did some acupuncture. He did some stuff. And then, like, dude, look at him. Go.
Yeah, starting it off, testing
Just-
out that ankle
just-
on the kickflip front board.
That's what I told him. Like, bro, your flick is working. Whatever that girl did over there for you, let's go.
Acupuncture?
I think that's what he did. I saw the photo on the gram. Like, he just swollen ankle, but then he just this.
I think in his mind, he's just in the streets.
Oh, take it.
God.
Let's go. Oh, he got the gem, too.
Oh, my
God.
God. Okay. Got away from him there, but
Wow. Powerful, too. Another powerful dude.
yeah.
One of the best flicks in the game.
He flies. I mean, he flies
Yeah.
around these parks.
Like, I think he was the first one that did a gap to a hubba yesterday. You know, he did the gap front blunt.
Kind
And
of
then-
unlocked that trick.
Yeah, I think no, maybe Lucas did the front 180, 50, but then he just like went to the other side, gap front blunt. That's pretty cool. And then I saw the gap back nose blunt. I wonder if the kickflip back nose blunt is gonna come. Like that right there, that's pretty far.
Jeez.
Here's the split slide that got so wild. He slid.
Oh.
Right there, he's going, whoa, I made it. Braden Hoban, 49.58.
5'8".
I mean, if he cleans that run up, he's going to be in the 80s.
It's crazy. There's 4 Japanese in the final, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And the women's was 5.
Yes, yes.
it's another battle within the battle. Olympic qualification on the line, a world championship on the line.
We got Shay down there on the sideline. Shay, you're good homies with Sora. You got any insight into this first run from him?
Yeah, I might be more nervous than he is right now, actually. So the sugar cane, the tray flip into the 270 lip we have coming here. Yep, looks good. Yep, there it
That
is.
is off grip right
so
there. That is
hard.
off
That's
grip
what he
right
was
there.
stressed about, but here we go.
Oh!
Come on.
Bro, he put that on a run. Oh, my God,
That's
bro.
the Sora grind.
The finals upgrade.
Ten seconds for Sora
Bro.
Shirai. So far, so good.
Unbelievable.
What's the ender?
Oh.
Wow. All right, we got a high
I'm
score
feeling
coming.
90s. I'm feeling 90 plus.
For sure.
Shay, are you relieved to see him land it?
Yeah, that was a lot of stress off my shoulders there. Wow.
Were you helping him work out that run?
Yeah, I was praying the whole time.
Helping him
Let's
through
see how he
prayer.
feels about it.
That was probably one of the craziest runs that happened all
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Let's go, Sora!
Yeah.
wow.
All right, we're going to hear this arena go off.
I think
we
that
know
that
that's
was the
gonna be big.
easiest thing for him, the tray flip. Everything else was just crazy.
Perfect catch. Actually,
Catching
gained
speed.
speed.
Wow. Yoga moves.
Jeez. It's like there's no hard way anymore.
Hit the back section 3 times. Spin it. He flipped it.
Think he's going to big spin out of that?
For sure. That's coming.
That's coming too.
Like unique stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy that did a cab back tail down the hubba this week. Like,
It's going to drop. 86.
no way.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. So what was it? Why was I so hyped? Why was I throwing 90s,
Well,
but the judges keeping things a little bit
I
in
had
check?
no idea what just happened because that 180 switchback nose grind down the hubba in the run, that was crazy. You know, that trick
Yeah.
solo would have got a 9.
But still enough to get him
Yeah, that
into
was
that top 2. Here we go. Ginwoo Onodera.
Okay, Genwoo, young phenom, 13 years old,
my-
starting off with big gap, blunt, shove it out. What do you think about that trick?
That was double?
Double flip? Double
No,
frontside flip?
really? Oh, wow.
Triple? I can never tell. Sometimes it's hard on the screens. Blunt kickflip out. Big spin front board, shove it.
Okay.
Big flip.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's something you don't see often.
That's pretty cool, though. He's like changing, you know, for the other run that he did it, adding a nollie big heel. He did a big spin front board shove. Like, that's pretty cool.
Whoa.
I'm a fan of the setup. I like that kind of like tension that he builds when he's leading up to that big trick.
And it's pretty precise. The kickflip is always on point.
Yeah.
You know?
So fun to watch.
You know, sometimes he try to kickflip and wraps around and go like Casper flip kind of.
Yeah.
It never happens to him. It's pretty precise kickflip.
You are too, especially with switch flips. Do you always have a certain place you set up?
The switch flip works better than a kickflip for sure. It's always been
perfect
that
every
way.
time.
It's like, no matter where I am, the switch flip always work, you know, what board size or shoes, whatever, it always works. Kickflip, like, I just kind of like, oh, I need the setup to be, you know, straight.
So a 39.32.
Crazy, he did some tricks and then missed one and just goes to 39, you know. There he is, the man.
Nyjah Huston, the winningest
he got the fit
competitive
today.
skater ever.
You've been talking to Nyjah. Is he healthy right now?
I think he's pretty healthy. Maybe there was something happening with his, like, knee or something, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like.
No, he's skating
Power
so good.
through.
I was just curious if, you know, all these skaters, you guys are traveling all year round. Whoa.
Bro.
Nollie heel backlip. It just takes a toll on your body.
Have you guys just seen that? He started with a nollie heel backlip.
Again, a video part ender to start your run.
Oh, no, that's uncharacteristic.
I mean, he's already thrown a lot of tricks down. He still has 15 seconds left.
Bro, yesterday he did 10 tricks on a run.
Jeez.
Like, come on.
10 tricks in 45 seconds.
The big Nyjah closer. Here we go.
Oh, he somehow landed that.
You know, that's hard sometimes. When you miss a trick and you still pull through all these other tricks, you know, it's hard. Respect.
Here's where we're going to see how harsh the judges are going to be for that one fall. I mean,
they're going to
bookending that fall with so many amazing tricks.
Right. I mean, like, who starts the run with a nollie heel backlip down the biggest obstacle?
Yeah, and that was one of his best tricks in the song. Like,
right, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So he was looking for the 9, like, some score for sure.
Judges up there.
I mean, might as well. We're in the finals. Every time
Yeah,
I get to the finals, I just send everything.
Yeah.
You know, it was already hard to be here. Now it's just make it harder.
Especially at the end of the year, too. I
And
mean,
then, like-
you don't have that much time off after this, but...
And then especially with all the skaters you're going against too, like, try your best thing now, you know? So now you're going to go home and be like, I wish I tried this. I wish I tried that. Just like...
No regrets?
No regrets. Send everything. Even though it's hard, but...
I'd like to see the judges take to the court.
Yeah.
That would be
There's
fun to
some really
watch.
good
They're
skaters
all
in the judges
amazing, legendary skaters in their own right.
68, you see, he still, like, it could be a 39, but he, like, still did some stuff to get the score, you know? Like it or not, 68 can... I mean, took him in 4th place.
I love that our fans here in the Coliseum, they're not just, you know, they're not just home team fans. They're celebrating great skateboarding.
Yeah.
All around. Yuto Horigami.
There you
Yuto
go.
Horigami, a national treasure here in Japan.
How's that,
of
like?
tricks
And
like
with that, now he starts with it. He's looking for the upgrade for sure.
How much are these guys kind of reacting to the previous runs by their other skaters they're going against?
I think, like, they're just looking to do... Look at that. Oh, my God. I mean, like, you see somebody ripping, all you want to do is just... I want to rip harder. I got your back, you know? We all homies over there. For sure, it's, like, competitive, but, like, at the end of the day, like, we all want to see, like, skateboarding progress. Wow. That's going to be a 9 right now.
I mean, does anyone make it look easier than Yuto?
He didn't even sweat, bro. It's crazy.
I feel like Yuto tries to keep his heart rate really low. Like, he's
Right.
always, like,
He's never, like, rushing,
chilling.
you know? Never
Yeah,
rushing.
never
You're
rushing.
like, out of breath or something. It's crazy.
He was... I can't guess here, but he was definitely in the conversation as a finalist for Thrasher Magazine Skater of the Year. I mean,
Right.
probably just by...
Yeah.
The
Shout out to Miles
tiniest-
Silva, just won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did some hard work too, man.
Definitely.
That part was incredible. He's one of my homies too. I'm like so hyped for him.
Miles Silva's a game changer. That part was...
Yeah. Style and tricks and everything. Just well deserved, brother.
Yeah, that was one of those announcements that...
It's pretty cool because, like, Yuto's in the street and he's in here. You know,
Yeah.
he's like shoe comes out, video parts. And it's pretty hard to do that, you know. Not everybody's out in the streets and out here doing this, you know. Respect.
You win the gold medal at the Olympics, and you think, all right, that's peak.
84.
84.62 for Yuto Horigome. Enough to get him into the top 3 for now, but still a precarious position. He knocked Cordano Russell down to 4th. Nyjah currently in 5th.
Honestly, like, I thought it was going to be higher.
I did too.
Like, get the big section 3 times, nollie heel backboard, like, you know.
Everything perfect.
Yeah, like, a lot of tricks too. Let's see the upgrade now, huh?
Oof.
Well, you got to love Cordano's chances now of making it to the Olympics. Yeah, the highest ranking Canadian skater.
If it.
Ooh.
That is, huh? He like the Canadian. Right.
So fun to watch. I mean, a different type of athlete, right? This dude could be in the NFL.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 2, 1.
Oh, no!
Oh, it wasn't in time. Just on the edge there.
He was taking his time, though, right there. Was that going to be under time? Huh?
I think it was right in time.
Yeah.
Shay, what do you think about your fellow Canadian there, that Cordano's last run right there?
Yeah, I think he tried what he needed to. He needed to try and upgrade the last trick because he did a full, complete run last time. So the fakey big spin backflip would have definitely been an upgrade. He went for it.
Got to try. Got to try. He's currently in 4th place, so he's in a good spot going into our 5 trick attempts. A couple more skaters to go. Going to go back to Kairi Natsuki, current leader.
Now, what are we expecting, bro? You tell me what's the...
How can you get more tricks in
like
45 seconds?
I don't think he's gonna back nose one anymore in the mid run. I think he's just gonna go heel flip back lip, and then he's probably gonna do something on the set, like backside heel flip the set on the end. I don't know.
Heel flip
Oh my. Okay, he's coming for the heel flip back there on the end now. What happened? It got so quiet.
Yeah, the sound went out too, but it doesn't seem to be facing Kaide. Back nose blend.
Jamie Thomas would be proud.
Imagine having that trick every time. It's so crazy, bro.
He didn't even look like he was thinking about it.
Bro, that is
automatic. 5 seconds left. Here we go. Final trick for Kairi Natsuki. Will he stay in the lead? Oh! Go!
Well, I'm surprised.
So what's that? Did that count? Or?
I mean, he had to jump off because he was losing his balance, but then he had to jump off because the ramp was coming at him. But man, there was nowhere else for him to ride out too. He was just faced with that jump off or get your shins taken out.
And he was a little bit out of balance.
Yeah.
But
I mean, knowing him and how well he can land stuff, he can pull stuff, he could have pulled it. I think he could have pulled it if there wasn't something in his way.
For sure.
Just turn 180 real quick and
Baker Maker on this one. Yeah. That was crazy too. Do that trick by the end of your run.
Well, and also what's going on behind the scenes is that the music dropped out too right when Kaide started, so he has nothing but silence in an arena while he's doing his run.
If this was in Brazil, you know the crowd would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey.
Just gets his eyes on it.
You see, like, it would, right? But he just like...
I mean, you would put that in a video part, right?
For sure. That looked big from there.
That's huge.
See?
I mean...
Oh, he was going to hit, like, his shin and thing. It would be kind of crazy, so he just jumped off.
Save his shin, but...
So that count as a bail, or...?
I feel like it was a bail.
Yeah, for sure.
Thankfully, I'm not a judge because I'm throwing out 99s on pretty much every run. I just get a little overexcited. But again, walking this course, I mean, 74.48,
okay,
so did not get credit for the last trick.
That's fair, that's fair.
It was
wonder
close.
what the score would be if you landed,
Close.
though, you know? It would definitely be a 90.
I like a little bit of drama.
Oh yeah, it's real quiet.
Not
though.
trauma. I like drama in the arena. I like a little bit of tension. And here we go. Alex Midler, currently in 6th place.
US
First run
represent
of
right here.
5.956.
Come on, Alex.
If he gets an 86.96 or above, he'll be in the lead. Love this opening trick.
Whew.
That is so much harder
So
and scarier
cool right
than
there.
it looks.
He's so dialed right now. Perfect. Like land and get speed.
All right, so far so good for Alex Midler. Looking to better an 86.5.
Oh, he gets
Oh, that's it.
There you go.
Upgraded. Yeah, Alex.
Well,
it. That first run he fell on the kickflip front board, but then he landed it on the second attempt right there.
No, but he tried something else. Didn't he try front crook?
Front crook maybe?
Front blunt or
on
something?
the rail? Yeah.
He definitely didn't try kickflip front board.
Well, now
He
we're
got
kind of
stuck
looking
up
at
when he
like
was trying to-
power
Yes.
versus tech,
Yeah.
right? Midler versus Kyrie.
So like he missed one trick in the last run, got a 59, landing everything now. What's it gonna put him on? I'm thinking like a 80 some, 85 or something, or 84. You never know nowadays, you know. It was definitely cool to watch.
Yeah.
Flowy, landed everything perfect. Coming back from injury too, this is amazing to watch, you know.
Yeah, he's looking really strong.
Yeah, he's looking on point.
Waiting for the number to drop. Obviously, it's going to be better than the 59.36 and 80.07.
Yeah, that's good.
So jumps up one spot.
Great that one trick and jump in from 59 to 80.
Yeah.
So that kickflip from board was 30 points.
Yeah, it's that telling that complete story, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's like they want
Use of the
all
park.
route thing, yeah.
Braden Hoban.
Here we
super
go.
creative. Skates like a bat out of hell. Fast, powerful. His first top 10 position at a World Skate event.
Hard to believe that ankle was as wrecked.
If you also seen the photo, you'd be like, "That's, oh my God."
Well, that's worse. Something like that. Something simple for Braden. Come back here.
Oh, come on.
Unfortunate.
I will say Braden has probably the best T-shirt collection
He does have
of any.
Always, I was thinking about that too.
Always
He always has
comes
some cool like band shirt and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, before we got Sora up next, Shay, you were just down there talking to Sora some more before his second run. What are you guys talking about?
Let us know what's coming, brother.
So he did a full run, so we're just talking about upgrades here. We have a little upgrade on one of the side pieces. I don't know if I should leak it to you guys yet, but hopefully you get to see it. And yeah, a small upgrade again. So he's only a 1 point different from the first place standing, so we're trying to get up to that first top spot for the tricks.
I feel like that's the word of the day, upgrade, right?
Yeah.
You lock in that first score, and then it's just the details.
That's a life thing. Every
Yeah.
day you want to
Upgrade
upgrade a little
the
bit.
life.
You know,
Yeah.
1% every day better, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. As a skater, we always, that's in the mix every day, 1% better.
Doing a sugar cane to
I
start
wish people
up
understand
front.
how hard that trick is.
I think it's hard to translate, but it's such a contortionist kind of move, and like this too.
That one too, bro.
270 over to switchboard.
I see it.
Sora grind.
Bro, like, he did that on the first, right?
Yeah, he
I
did.
wonder why is the score? It wasn't up.
Back tail.
Oh,
shove it out
there's
the
a
other
little
way.
upgrade.
Now he's like, give
There's
me
a
the
little
score.
upgrade.
That was a little upgrade that Shay, maybe you were talking about there.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
I mean, win or lose, he's got to be hyped on that run.
no. Yeah. that
Not
was
getting
pretty
the
good.
last trick. It's gonna
Also, like,
sting, but
honestly, like, back tail front shove in a line, that's pretty hard.
yeah.
Like, technical stuff, like doing that front shove behind you in your run, after everything that he did, that's incredible.
It's like rewinds. Everything's a rewind.
Everything is just
Your
like the
body's
other way
going
around.
one way, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
flip it.
Like, all the tricks was just the other way around. He hasn't got a run yet, huh? So he's coming in hot right now.
In Will. Little Terminator.
All right, front blunt shove. Triple flip? I can't tell quite from the video, but that's so nuts to have on a
He's a
quarterfinal.
video game character.
Double front side.
Double front side flip. I'll just say double. And then front blunt kick flip out. God. Big flip.
There's no
Big
missing
kill.
right now. There's no missing. How many tricks was that?
15. You count the combos. Here we go. The big finish.
Oh my God, bro.
It's amazing. It really is incredible.
I'm shocked. It's like, well, how many
No
tricks was
fear.
that? Like, hey,
Should have been keeping score, like tallies.
his dad's hyped.
Yeah.
Well
I mean,
done.
What other 13-year-old can look Nyjah Houston in the face and go, oh yeah, watch this?
I like the way he just does his own way too. You know, he's not like looking for copy other people's trick. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna do me. Like, that's what I'm good at it. That's incredible. Honestly, and like missing another big hill on the first run for like a mistake, and then like I'm coming back and I'm doing it again, and I'm not gonna miss it.
Yeah, that kind of resilience.
Because like, you know what I'm saying, you could be like, oh, I'm not gonna try that. I'm gonna do safe route now. I'm just gonna do another 270 or whatever. I'm not gonna try that. But he's like, no, I'm doing it. That's amazing.
His special meter.
What's that score now?
Was maxed halfway through this run. And even just the accent tricks. Amazing.
Everything. Like fakey big flip off the thing. Like.
Gin was hyped. Yes.
Yeah, that's the most emotion I've seen off of his face so far.
So good.
Good to
so
see.
good.
You're going to be higher than
83.25 for Gin Will. He jumped up a couple spots.
83, yeah, that's good.
I mean, just give yourself some padding going into the 5 attempts.
Right, yeah. Oh, there he goes.
All right, last look for Nyjah Houston. All he does is win. But right now he's sitting in 7th place. The 68.05 for his high mark.
No.
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
Oh, that was a harsh slam right there.
I think it's close to, you know, and it's like a hole.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of, like I think Jagger fell in there, like Kyrie, Oda, like everybody just kind of go in that zone when you kind of get a little bit of like off balance.
Yeah.
You just go to that place, you know.
Crowd showing respect for one of the GOATs of skateboarding.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Time's up for Nyjah, so he's going to have to sit on that 68.05. That was a brutal slam. And now to have to think, okay, reset everything. Now you got to try your 5 hardest tricks, your 5 most dangerous tricks. And you know he's going to try
so unfortunately.
Biggest.
You know he was going to send that one.
Yeah.
He was going to go off.
Wow. All right, Felipe, thank you so much for joining us for
That was
the
awesome.
run section
Thank
of
you.
the finals.
That was the first time
pleasure.
I'm doing this live. I was kind of scared in the beginning.
Really?
But it
Yeah.
was cool.
You did great.
You're the best.
You have a great voice.
All right.
And now you get to go hang out.
That gives you hope. That gives
you
you
get to go
hope.
back to the peanut gallery.
Yeah, I'm going to go there, cheer up with my homies.
Right on.
Cheers, cheers.
All right, Felipe, thank you so much again.
All right.
Hopefully we'll see you out on the town in Tokyo after this. After all, you're on vacation. I mean, it was going to be hard for the dudes to live up to what the women laid down in their final, but so far, I mean, some unexpected things happened right there. But let's get down to an interview.
Hey Shane, thank you
so much for being here with me. I mean, the finals is absolutely going off. Yesterday we saw so many 90s in the best tricks.
Yep.
I mean, if you're a gambling man, who have you got your money on?
At the moment, after the lines, Yuto, Kyrie, Sora, unbelievable. I can't believe it.
So there's quite a few in there, because obviously, I mean, everything's being shaken up at the moment. So, and you would know because you entered, right? So unfortunately, you didn't quite make it into semis. But now that we're moving into phase 2, what are you going to do to switch it up?
Just need to be more consistent. These guys are unbelievable, as we're all watching right now, and just super consistent. So for me, I just got to work on that. And yeah, I'm loving watching this right now. It's insane, yeah.
And so we're kind of, as you say, like everything's being stepped up. Is there anything that you're noticing in terms of like a trend of what you have to do to start stepping it up?
It's just consistency. It's not really the tricks. It's just all these guys are barely missing, and really that's what it is to be in the finals. And yeah, so that's what it is.
Great stuff. Well, I hope you enjoy the show, and let's see what the next tricks have got for us. Thank you.
One of the best to ever do it right there, Shane O'Neill. You know, add him to the list of legends that entered. But the gauntlet, pretty ferocious. Only 8 skaters made it into the final. One more time, take a look at the competition format. So we've just seen the 2 runs go down for our 8 skaters. Now it's about the 5 trick attempts. So basically, this is a best trick contest where they get 5 attempts. 2 of those tricks will be totaled up. I mean, you at least have to make 2 if you want to stand a chance to make the podium.
Yeah, that's the 2-5-3 format. You know, your 3 best overall scores, 2 of which come from the best trick that everybody right there is practicing for right now. They're trying to refine those best trick attempts, get those highest scores on the board right now. And some people have a lot of headway to make right now. But this man, Yuto, is sitting in a really good spot with a good run score. So is Kyrie. And as we get back into it, they're going to be hyper-focused on these obstacles, these big scoring obstacles, high-impact skateboarding.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous, too.
A World Championships is on the line. Pathway to the Olympics. Hopefully they're not feeling the nerves that I'm feeling. I doubt it. I think that's what you know, makes them champions, right? The ability to just turn everything off, focus at the task at hand, doing the hardest tricks you got. Here we go, Yuto Horigome.
Okay, Yuto coming in nollie. Nollie, frontside 180 to switch 5-0. Nollie frontside 180 nose grind,
bricks, right?
He goes over the rail. It is so nuts, the way that he approaches it too.
And again, making the most difficult tricks look so easy.
Nollie frontside 180 nose grind, but approaching the rail, facing it frontside is so nuts. Bringing it back around regular, rolling away.
How do you even think of that trick?
I guess one time you do a nollie nose blunt and it goes over, and you're like, I'm Yuto, I can land that. Yeah, Yuto.
He's just got such a cool presence about him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could just, there's something different with Yuto. He put out one of the best parts of the year. 89.50, Yuto goes to the lead. You know, the part that he put out, filmed here in Japan, he's so famous in Japan that he had to actually get up at like 3 in the morning and go film his tricks pre-dawn so a crowd wouldn't gather.
Just like you do. You skate early in the morning so no one can see.
7 to 10.
7 to 10.
Prime time, no pressure.
Ferdano coming in fakie. Oh!
Okay. A lot to unpack with that trick.
Fakie frontside flip board is what I thought he was going for, but maybe he's trying to level up, as we say.
Upgrade?
Upgrade.
The word of the day.
Upgrade.
So 5 attempts. Kyrie was sitting nicely in the top spot until the Yuto show began. Kyrie Natsuke. 3 Japanese skaters in the top 3. It's a trend.
Oh my God, heel flip back nose blunt.
Okay.
Kaide.
Just start with a hammer, kick the door down. And that's how you shake the competition, right?
That is such a difficult trick. And Kaide, he looks a little stunned too. I mean, landing it on the first go of his 5 best trick attempts right now. This again is that deep field of talent that the Japanese have.
I love the show of sportsmanship right there, the mutual respect when somebody does something this gnarly.
Big heel flip, kicking his heel off the board, coming back around, locking in the nose onto the rail. So he's coming at the rail backside, he heel flips off of it, and then he gets his nose around. It's not a heel flip nose slide, it's a heel flip backside nose blunt slide. He's sliding the other side of the rail. It is so technically difficult. When you're on, you're on.
Yeah, we're gonna see a new leader.
There
a
you go.
93.75. Just like that, Kairi Natsuki takes the top spot. And now he's got the luxury, right? 4 more attempts. He's probably just done his hardest trick. And now he can just look through the trick booklet and go, what am I gonna try to do next?
I wish I had that trick booklet.
Alex Midler is gonna take a different path.
There's that big ollie over the huge gap to backside nose blunt.
Power.
Standing up there, the gap between where he takes off and lands on the ledge in the backside nose blunt position is so long and it's so dangerous.
The margin of error, I mean, all the bad things that could happen right there.
He goes ollieing up, locking into that backside nose blunt position.
It's gonna make things interesting. So again, current top 3. All from Japan. Another score in the 90s, a 91.87 for Alex Midler. Cracks onto the podium with a top 3 result for now. Things are escalating. Here we go. Braden Hoban is currently in 8th place. Not a huge number for his runs. We'll see if that gives him some fire.
Oh, fellow American trying the same trick there too. Braden wants a 91 as well.
All right, Shay, we felt the tension, we felt the drama in the women's final. A similar feeling right now for the men's final?
Yeah, it's even more energy right now around here. I'm like right behind the course and the energy is crazy here. First-hand experience with the skaters.
And these skaters, they're all giving each other high fives and hugs. They're firing each other up.
Yeah, it's all love. They're all giving each other handshakes after the tricks and cheering each other on. It's amazing to see.
Love it. Love to hear it. Sora Shirai now currently in 4th place. She needs a 94.73 or above.
Whoa, nollie, big spin back tail, big spin out.
5 tricks in 1.
Look at that kid's face. That's my face too right now.
Yep, same. So for, what, 5 Japanese skaters? 1, 2, 3, 4. For these 4 Japanese skaters, this result right here could weigh heavily on who makes the Olympic skateboarding team.
That's right. You know, the top 3 overall for the country end up qualifying onto the Olympics. But here's that nollie, big spin, backside tail slide, big spin out for Sora Shirai on the biggest hubba here. That is
the
fast.
biggest hubba in town.
Biggest hubba in town.
What's the number gonna be? And it's a massive 95.66. Shirai now takes the top spot. That drops Kairi to 2nd, Yuto Horigome 3rd, Alex Midler now 4th, knocked off the podium, but still a lot of skateboarding to come. 4 more chances here for Ginwoo Onodera.
Ginwoo, 13 years old. Double flip front board.
Double flip front board, bump to bar.
You know, and when Felipe was sitting here too, he's saying that Ginwoo picks out tricks that are just what he wants to do too, but frankly, it's really difficult, I think, even for like a full-grown man to do that kind of trick because you have to float so much and be able to flip so fast. And Ginwoo, really the advantage of being 13 years old right now is to have that kind of energy under his feet. Watch this big ollie up, board flips once, board flips twice, sticks on the slide.
Like sucking his feet up towards his body to give himself enough time for that board to flip twice. and it's stomping it onto the rail. That was, again, science and magic put together.
Magic.
Mathematics, physics. So much happening in that trick.
Love the celebration there, too.
Oh, yeah. Give it up. .92. Enough to move Ginwoo up into that 4th spot. So Nigel Houston trying to bounce back after a pretty harsh slam in his 2nd run. But this is Nigel Houston we're talking about.
He's been in this position before and come back. Cab, back, nose blunt.
Like that. It's like that for Nigel Houston.
And he's just going to immediately move his attention into doing the hardest tricks he possibly can right now for this 5 best trick attempts. It's like he's golfing with a handicap right now.
So Shay, when you're watching Nigel having to basically mount a comeback, you know, what is he saying to his crew when he gets back to the rail there?
With the World Skate, the points being so important, I think it's very important to get a run score because you have to take 1 run. But now he's just trying to climb the leaderboard and get the maximum amount of points he can for the contest.
And was he showing any like pain on his face? He's getting taped up right here.
Missing the runs definitely has a role on his mental and stuff, as it would for anyone else. But he's fighting through. He has one of the strongest mental in skateboarding, so I'm sure he'll still continue to do amazing tricks.
Thank you, Shay. Well, it does come through at 90.19. Helps him edge up just a little bit in his 6th place. So right behind Midler for now, and Yuto Horigome with his 2nd attempt.
Okay, Yuto sitting in 3rd. Coming up, switch, 360 flip. Maybe going for the 360 flip nose blunt.
Wow.
Upgrade.
So Shay, the crowd around you, always a list of heavies. What are the reactions that we're seeing from the fellow pros up in the stands right now?
Yeah, behind me is where a lot of the pros are sitting, and they're going crazy. You see them get on their feet when the riders land their tricks, and yeah, a lot of the ahs as soon as they miss.
Well, you feel the tension building, right? The run up.
Definitely, yeah. Kyrie's checking out, eyeing up something big.
Who seems to have the momentum right now, from your vantage point?
I don't know if my opinion is a little bit biased, but I think Sora's looking really good. His first score was a 9.5, and he has a high run score, and he has 4 tries to make 1 more trick. Kyrie's also looking really good.
Now, Alex, we've seen it time and time again. Sometimes a slam has a way of waking you up, right? Getting you angry. And then the next one could be it. Alex Midler. So a huge 91.87 for his opening trick. You know, a make here could launch him right back onto the podium.
Oh! So Midler's got these, you know, he can back 3 into the LA car wash gap. He can back 3 into a nose blunt slide. That's his specialty, and he's going to utilize it here. Still got a lot of tries left.
Braden Hoban. A little work to do here, starting off with a 0.
Oh, that was a rough one right there. You know, he saw Alex get that 91 for the gap over to back nose blunt. He wants to match that. But this is like the little contest within it. You know, Japan fighting Japan to get those spots. Every point counts towards your overall Olympic ranking.
Sora Shirai now, 2nd attempt.
Oh! So that's a backside 180 instead of going to back tail. He goes into switch of frontside crooked grind.
Shay, how much is Sora feeding off this crowd right now?
I think he's loving it. He's doing his little samurai slices after every land. He's 2 for 2 with the tricks right now. Look at him. He's doing the samurai slice with his feet. Let's go, Sora. First try. What's next?
There's that big backside 180. Pushing that truck in. That is such a difficult move. It's such a big hubba. Sora Shirai is on fire right now.
And here's where we're going to see the difference, right? Now he's got the luxury of 3 more attempts, already locking in 2 big scores, whereas some of the other skaters with only 3 or 4 more attempts left, maybe leaning towards a little bit of desperation.
Yeah.
But Sora dropping another score in the 90s at 92.85. The kid is on fire. Jumps back into the lead. Ginwoo has been definitely building momentum. Even with just that one trick landed, you could just feel a difference.
Oh, blunt kickflip out. There he goes, going to work. Now, a little bit maybe of getting, you know, for using the same obstacle twice. That's a little bit of repetition too. He's not going to get docked a lot for that, but he's going to get a good score and probably have to move on to another obstacle to show us what he's got. But this young man right here, big ollie over, locking into that blunt, kick flipping out, light speed.
That was an unthinkable trick 5 years ago in a contest.
Yeah, come on. Fast footwork from Ginwoo Onodera.
Jeez. So Shay, you know, when you talk about these hometown skaters, the Japanese contingent right now fighting for a little bit, something a little bit different, but do you feel like the crowd is supporting one Japanese skater more or less than the others? Is there a local favorite that's kind of audibly recognizable?
I think the crowd's reacting well to everybody, but they definitely do. You hear the cheers a little bit louder when it's Sora and Ginwoo, the hometown heroes over here, but they do cheer for everybody, so it's great to see the support.
Nice, Houston.
Ooh. Looking like he's going for the nollie heel, nose blunt slide.
Good news for Naije, he's sitting on a 90.19, so a solid first trick in the books. Very relaxed cadence right now. People just taking their time. There's Yuto.
Coming in switch, 360 flip, lip slide, pulls it back to regular.
Yeah, got the crowd right back on his side. It's Yuto, you're right.
The Yuto show. You know, that was a really clutch trick to make right there on his 3rd attempt.
Ginwoo made a huge leap into 2nd, knocking Yuto to 4th. But that trick right there could completely upset the balance that's currently set.
Here's that scooping that 360 flip, switch 360 flip, landing into switch lip slide, coming back out.
It's beyond. Video game tricks all day. 92.89. Yuto jumps into 2nd place. Cordano Russell currently in 7th. Would need a 99.21 to get up into that top 4. 2 zeros for now.
Oh, fakie heel lip.
So he's getting rid of a couple goose eggs there. Team Canada is hyped.
You know, yesterday in the semifinals, Cordano had 3 tricks, all of his best tricks scoring over the 90s, so he knows what he needs to do. He knows the scores for his tricks right here, that big fakie heel flip lip.
The kick. So proper. It's that back foot right here.
Cordano, another skater, has his own bag of tricks. You know, every skater here in the final kind of has their own special moves here too, and Cordano with that ability, that fakie heel flip ability, fakie big spins, fakie frontside flips into rail tricks.
94.49.
Solid score. There he goes.
Just like that, out of the basement, right into the middle of the pack. Cordano Russell comes through. I'd love to see Cordano in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like, what sport do you play?
Yeah.
Skateboarding?
Kairi Natsuki currently in 4th.
Oh, nollie inward heel front board.
Not for long.
That is such a cool trick. Kaide is just on fire as well.
Obvious fan favorite. So hyped.
Here's that big nollie, kicking out inward heel flip, so the board also rotates 90 degrees that way, getting it back onto the rail, pulling it. This is when he realizes he got it.
Stylish landing there too.
So nollie inward heel.
This is so tech.
It's crazy because I was talking about these tricks at dinner the other night, and they didn't try any of these in practice at all.
No
So
way.
this is the first time they're doing it in the competition, in the finals at the World Champs.
Their special meters are up. They can start pulling these magical tricks out of their bag. Here we go. Kairi Natsuki comes through with a 92.88. He's now in second place. Sora Shirai still in the lead. Yuto drops to third. Now we go to Alex Midler. Would need a 95.08 or above to get himself up into that top 3.
Oh, and he pulls.
That's how.
Back 270 nose blunt.
Another one of those tricks that when you put all the pieces together, it's mind-boggling.
Absolutely.
My thoughts are just bouncing around in my
And it's such a blind trick too. You know, he has to spin. Look at him spinning backside. Look where his eye line is right here. And then he just sees that he can connect with the rail in that nose blunt position, pull it back out the other 90 degrees and roll away. 90.
90.99.
Get him up into that 4th place spot.
What went down right there, Shay?
So yesterday he did it off the flat.
Kick back tail to gap.
Oh, we can
or
get
like
a
tap, flip back lip.
Oh yeah, let's spy. I want to spy on.
I like the
wanna
spy
on-
cam
yeah.
here we have going on. Okay, Braden looking like he's going to try to ollie over to back nose blunt. Pulls it now on his 3rd go.
Nailed it. Determination right there.
That big ollie over gap, back nose blunt.
That's high speed, high risk. I mean, super technical. Halfway down that hubba too. Locked and loaded, Braden Hoban. So again, now it's kind of like that power versus tech debate, right?
Right.
See what the judges throw out here for Braden Hoban, currently in 8th place. 91.85. Still in 8th, but definitely made his job a little bit easier. The problem for Braden is his run section, just a 49.58.
Yeah, you know, now we were talking about that, the Olympic qualification debate going between America itself too, and he's looking at Midler and Nyjah right now and maybe trying to get ahead of them at least.
That look in Sora's eyes. Your current leader.
Oh, Sora grind.
Whoa.
Revert. So that's why we saw it in the run section. He actually has more in the tank. He has another gear with his signature trick, and I've never seen him do that before.
All right, Sora will have 2 more attempts. Hopefully we see that trick go down. That'll drive this crowd berserk. Here goes Genwoo, Onodera.
Oh, trying the kickflip front blunt, big spin.
And isn't it weird to kind of be surprised when Genwoo doesn't nail
Yeah,
that trick?
I was kind of just expecting him to roll away too.
When he first started doing it, you're going, oh my gosh, how is this possible? Then does it so many times, and now we're back to Nyjah Houston. Things are happening so fast.
That's a rough go for Nyjah right there.
I mean, Nyjah is built different. He's already slammed a couple times, brutally, but right back at it. Yuto Horigami, now you can hear the screams from the crowd.
Coming in nollie. Oh, the U-tornado.
What? The arena.
Signature moves.
The arena goes wild.
This is.
I mean, come on.
This is
How
literally
did we
like,
get here? How
like
did
one of
we
the
get to
very
this
most
place in
difficult
skateboarding?
tricks like ever. Like, okay, watch, he comes in nollie, spinning blind, gets his nose back on the ledge. That's a 360 spin into it, and a 360 spin out of it.
Needing a 9.701. Was it enough, Alex?
I mean, this has been getting him some of the highest scores we've ever seen in competition. Execution was pretty amazing. I mean, like, I don't even know how you can land that trick.
When you get Nyjah that hyped, you know you've done something right.
Yeah, Nyjah knows.
It's in the hands of the judges now, currently sitting in third place. Will he make the jump to the top spot? Was it a 97.01? Oh, yeah, go ahead and zoom in on him to add that pressure.
95.7.
95.77. A little mixed reaction from the crowd.
Yeah.
Some think he got it, others say that's enough. I mean, still one of the highest scores of the day.
You know, coming down to fractions of a point there.
I mean, look at this, less than 1.3, the gap from the leader to third. Things are so tight up top. Cordano.
Fakie back.
Perfect.
Fakie frontside big spin, backlip.
Perfect. Fourth attempt, flawless victory for Cordano. Russell. Shea, I mean, those last two tricks, hammers all over the place.
This is insane. This is video part enders. We're just watching it happen back to back. I haven't seen a finals like this in a long time, but it makes sense. We're at the world champs.
Oh, these pauses just feel so long, waiting for the score. 90.30, solid, enough to get Russell into fourth place.
I love all the fans out here. They are coming out. Homemade signs, hyped up.
Currently in second place, Kairi Natsuki in a battle with Sora and Yuto. Fourth attempt.
Oh, going for a heel flip, back tail, big spin out.
All right, so that's going to be another unfortunate zero for such an incredibly difficult trick. Alex Midler is currently in fifth place in a great spot for Olympic qualification.
Yeah, the points right here are worth a lot more than a regular pro tour stop on the World Skate calendar because this is a world championship, folks. Whoa, cab flip, back flip attempt.
I like how unpredictable Alex is, right? It's like you don't know what trick he's going to go for. He's got his kind of special moves that we see him lean on, but right there, I mean, you couldn't have called what was just about to happen for Alex Midler. Ends up as a zero. Braden Hoban now currently in 8th place.
You know, both Braden and Midler were out of the top 20. You know, at the top of the show, we showed the Olympic rankings, but after this, their spots are going to improve a lot towards that ultimate goal of qualifying for the Olympics, that they're in this final together. So every trick counts, Chris.
Braden will have one more chance. See Cordano right there, waxing his nose or tail. That tells us that he's gearing up for something wild. Your current leader, Sora Shirai. Fourth attempt. Last try was a zero. What do we got here?
Oh, it's trying that Sora grind revert.
I mean, there must be a little bit of added pressure when you have your own grind named after yourself. You got to do it in the contest. So one more chance for Sora Shirai. And now he's just got to wait and see what happens next. Ginwoo Onodera blocked in 89.86 for his high mark.
Ginwoo going back to the rail here. Kickflip, front blunt, big spin, kicking out under him.
Shea, so Ginwoo, who's, you know, obviously the youngest competitor, is he kind of on his own? You don't see a lot of interaction between Ginwoo and the rest of the field.
Yeah, he seems very focused, locked in on what he's doing, and the precision that his tricks require makes sense for what he's doing. Like, he's very locked in, and he's doing some incredible skating today.
Here goes Nyjah.
There we
Boom.
go. Nollie heel flip nose blunt. Nyjah Houston.
Locked and loaded.
Nyjah climbing back in this thing.
Never doubt Nyjah. That would actually be a good bumper sticker.
Never doubt Nyjah. Here he goes, kicking out that big nollie heel flip, locking in the nose blunt position, coming out.
I mean, depending on what this score comes through as, 93.14, respectable for sure. But with that last score for Nyjah Houston, I mean, we might be well, I think we're definitely going to see a championship sweep. Because who's gonna take over one of these top 3 spots?
I mean, they are fractions of a point apart from each other, tenths of a point between Yuto Origami, Kaide Nitsuke, and Sora Shirai. Yuto right here.
And
final attempt to climb up and maybe unseat Sora.
Get used to it. Get used to being Japanese skaters on the podium. I mean, that's the Japanese dominance we've been talking about all day. Here we go, Yuto.
Nollie front foot floor slide. Oh my gosh, so close.
Ow.
You know, that was a beautiful performance from Yuto Origami. Impressive scoreline there.
I love that he just went ahead and tried probably the hardest trick. So that was his ender in his latest video. He did a backside nollie, late front foot flip, nose slide.
You got it.
Something like that.
It's harder. It's so hard to say. Imagine how hard it is to do.
The longer the trick name, the harder the trick.
Yeah.
Here we go, Cordano Russell. He's already done Canada. So proud. Here we go. Last attempt for Cordano.
Oh, good showing from Cordano Russell, too. There's his little brother right there.
I mean, fourth place in the world.
Yeah. Cordano and then the Japanese Storm.
All right. Let's see what's going to happen next. We've got Kairi Natsuki with one more chance to potentially take over the lead. He needs a 93.80. That is right there within the realm of possibility for Kairi Natsuki. Who will be our world champion? It all comes down to this. We know it's going to be a skater from Japan.
We do.
But which one?
That's all we know.
Sora, Kairi, Yuto. Look, Sora, you don't want to look at what's about to happen. Kairi Natsuki. Here's the moment.
Oh my God, he came so close to landing a heel flip back tail big spin out.
Just one hand down right there.
And there's Shay breaking the news right there to Sora.
Oh my goodness, Shay, what's going on down there?
Shay. Right now I see Shay.
Sorry, this is insane right now. It's a crazy moment up here. The scores are 0 and Sora just won the world championship. We have our world champion right here.
So no one can unseat Sora at this moment.
Look at that, it's just setting in. He's a world champion. A world champion. Well, Alex Midler now, he's fighting for Olympic qualification points.
Ooh. And that's going to be it for Alex Midler. Amazing skateboarding. Great to see him back and healthy and coming in 5th place after being outside of the top 20 when we're talking about the Olympics.
That's huge.
He's going to jump up a lot heading into next year.
I mean, again, you got to think of the names that were in this contest 4 days ago. The best of the best in street skating.
Get to
Braden
the top
Hoban.
8. Big kickflip over to 50-50 to close things out for Braden Hoban.
That was incredible. Nobody let us down.
No.
I mean, the highlights are endless. I mean, 8th in the world, may have just punched his tickets to Paris 2024.
Yeah, huge points on the line right here. Has it been a world champion event. So Braden and Midler, all the skaters here today are going to get a lovely parting gift of a lot of Olympic world skate qualifying points. Still waiting for Braden's score there.
90.05. I mean, he had to work for it.
Yes, he did.
Here's your world champion for 2023.
Oh my God.
The king of street, Sora Shirai. I mean, he's got to be riding so high on an emotional level. Look at, he just locked back in. Pure focus.
Oh, he pulled the Sora grind revert.
The victory lap for the ages right
so
there.
So hyped. Sora Shirai, your 2023 world champion.
That was purely for the fans in this building and for everybody watching at home. Sora Shirai, clutch skateboarding, super consistent, did the hardest tricks all day long, had to fight his way through probably the deepest, toughest field of skaters we've seen.
Yeah.
In world skate competition. Sora Shirai, your world champion.
He looks like he's on cloud 9 right now. Just so much relief, so much happiness.
And earned every point.
You know, those yoga classes don't pay for themselves.
Yeah, and with that result, so Sora Shirai is going to jump up into the top 3 of the world rankings for sure.
9.5 for the Sora grind revert too. So now we know what he's capable of. That scoreline is
most likely, safe to say, Olympic qualifier. We're not going to lock anything
nothing
in
official,
just yet.
but yeah.
Most likely, probably, all those words.
So Jinwoo still laser focused on this kickflip front blunt. Big spin. The young 13-year-old put on a great show here today, ending up in that 6th place spot.
Jinwoo is the truth. I mean, Nigel Houston currently 7th right now. Can't get the win, but can put on a show, as he always does.
Coming in switch. Oh, he's trying what Midler is trying. Cap flip back lip attempt from Nigel Houston. And stay in that 7th place spot.
I mean, can't imagine what's going on in Sora Shirai's mind.
So proud.
Elation.
His first win. Make it a world champion, why don't you? He's podium before. But man, does that man work hard. So there you have it. The Street World Championship 2023 final results. Sora Shirai coming out on top, barely edging out fellow countryman Kaide Nitsuke, followed up by Yuto Origomi, Cordano, Russell, Alex Midler, Ginwoo Onodera, 7th place Nigel Houston, and Braden Hoban, rounding out the top 8. And Shay's good homie here, Sora. Look at these flips. Beautiful skating from Sora here. Here's that sugarcane grind on the rail. It's such a difficult trick. It looks simple, but it's so hard. And this also doesn't look simple, and it is super hard. Here's that cab, back tail slide.
I mean, a truly convincing victory there, right? I mean, there's no argument. That was the best skateboarding we've seen of the entire week.
There's Shay. Good homies. Shay in his corner, helping him even time his runs at the beginning of this cab back tailed attempt. Oh, yeah.
And I would say Sora was coming into this contest as a slight underdog.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
You're thinking Yuto, gold medalist. You're thinking Kyrie with his technicality. Don't call him an underdog anymore. Sora Shirai has entered the chat in a big way.
Love seeing the reactions from Shea there. Here's that nollie, big spin, backside, tail slide replay. Sora so technically advanced in his skateboarding. I feel like the judges just caught up with him today and finally gave him the massive scores that he's always deserved. Look at the eye of the tiger there, such a focus.
That might have been one of my favorite shots of the day. You just knew something amazing was about to happen.
Sora grind revert. He leveled up a trick that is named after him because it is so difficult and no one else does it.
I mean, mind-blowing skateboarding, the highest technical abilities on display all day long. The women started us off in a huge way. The men closed us out. If that doesn't make you want to skateboard, you might want to like clean your eyeballs or do something to adjust your attitude, because that right there was the cutting edge. Let's take a look at some of the men's highlights. We're still just trying to gather ourselves from what we just witnessed. Started off with the Yuto show. Always a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, Yuto in his runs put down two pretty solid runs. That nollie heel flip board slide in the run. You know, Yuto looking really fresh, really energized.
And another thing we're getting used to is the podium sweep from our Japanese contingent.
Japanese podium sweep.
And now both world champions from Japan.
Wow.
Let that sink in for a second.
Switch flip 360 flip. Lip slide for Yuto. Hear him setting up. Nollie, 270, nose slide. 270 out. That is the U-Tornado.
One of the best trick names out. And Kyrie.
Yeah, such a great showing from Kaide too. Heel flip backside tail slide. He's just razor sharp. Big spin front board. This is from the run section. Backside nose blunt slide. Second place overall for Kaide. He has arrived now. And getting runner-up to his good homie Sora is not too bad, honestly. He was literally tenths of a point off from Sora's scoreline. These two were neck and neck for the entire final. Here's that heel flip backside nose blunt slide.
Yeah, it felt like it became a battle between Kyrie and Sora. Once the 5 trick attempts started,
yeah,
they seemed to have the momentum swinging in their favor.
You know, they were just hyped, and Shea was saying they were landing tricks, Chris, that they've never landed on a rail that big before. So
upgrades all day.
There is Sugarcane 360 flip. Sora Shirai, our world champion, the contortionist himself. Sora grind right there. That's that big frontside 180 to switch to fakie 5-0 the hard way. Cab back tail.
Doing it with confidence, but also with just perfect, impeccable style too. Look at
Laser
this.
focus.
Everything in its proper place. Locked in. No half stepping there. Fully engaged on every trick.
I love the look of joy too on his face right here. He was enjoying himself.
Then you had the victory trick.
Right.
Well, he had already won by that point.
Yep.
So that was just for the love, for the fans. And the samurai slice there. So Sora Shirai coming through. Both world championships stay in Japan.
Yep.
And get used to it. I mean, because these are all young athletes with a huge, huge futures in front of all of them.
Yeah.
And to have our 1, 2, and 3 on the men's side, all from Japan as well.
Yeah.
That's a telling sign, and that's got to be scary for the rest of the skateboarding world.
I mean, you know, we were kind of talking about this storyline the entire time, half of the field entering the final also being Japanese too, but Sora, Yuto, and Kaide really stepping it up at the end and also being tenths of a point apart from each other as well too, so they are all consistently at this super high level of skateboarding too. And on the women's side too, you know, you have 2 out of the 3 spots going to Japanese skaters, Yumika and Momiji also getting in there, sandwiching Kaisa Liao, so it's just Japanese dominance from the get-go and to the very end to the podium.
Well, let's learn a little bit more about that. So the numbers have been locked in. We're going to take a look at the new World Skate rankings. And here they are. Your top 10 is as follows. Boom, lock it in. Nyjah Houston takes the top spot. Sora Shirai makes a huge leap up into second place in the world. That now knocks Aurelian Girard to third, Gustavo Ribeiro fourth, Kinwoo to fifth. So a huge shakeup.
Yeah.
Look at all those Japanese flags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Japanese flags in the top 10. Jagger Eaton drops to 11, Vincent Malou to 12, Cordano Russell with a huge leap up to 13th place. Braden Hoban, he cracks into the top 20 with a big result there. So that right there is your new look at your current World Skate Top 20. So with that new look, new excitement in the building. We've got a new world champion standing by now with Shay.
Sora, congratulations. Omedetou. So Sora and I have been working together over the past week since the first day of practice, figuring out what tricks he should do for the tricks, runs, upgrades, and he put it all together and put the championship. See how he feels about it. もう1週間ぐらい前から大会で出す技とかランとかの話を夕ご飯とかでいっぱいやってて、今日全部ちゃんとできてどういう気持ちですか？
いやもう本当にね練習したものがね報われたのですごく良かったなって思いますし、まあ本当にね練習してきて良かったなって。はい。
He says he's very happy. We practiced the tricks we did. We planned the tricks ahead of time, and it all worked out today. And he can be more happy. じゃあこの後からどうしますか？
まあねまあもっともっと新しい技考えて、まあもっとね高い得点出せるトリックをできたらなって思います。
I asked him what's next for the tricks. He says he's working on a bunch of new stuff to bring to the new events, and he's happy he was able to bring out the new one today with the 180 Sorga and 180 out at the Haba. And let's keep on going. 頑張りましょう。おめでとうございます。
I
love that.
That's
He's
so
already thinking about
awesome.
what's next. Doesn't even have a minute to celebrate that world championship. He's already moving on.
I mean,
congratulations,
Sora should be so proud of himself, and Shay, I know, I'm super proud of him as well for working together today. That was such a cool insight during the entire final to have Shay right there in his corner also reporting back to us. That was super special.
And it wasn't just the men doing big things. We've just witnessed a seismic leap for women's street skating as well. Your top 3 women threw down all week long. No path to the finals was easy. Give it up to Momiji, third place finish, huge, stylish tricks all week long for Momiji Nishia. She is an absolute master.
Yeah, you know, that deep field of Japanese talent, those 5 women in the final, all being Japanese and coming out into third place too, was really great. Going to help her with her overall campaign to get back into the Olympics. Being a defending Olympic gold medalist, you'd expect nothing less. Momiji put on a style, and this was the moment of progression, I thought, technical progression for women's skateboarding. Crooks Nollie heel flip out. First try.
Yeah, that was sent shockwaves, I feel like, through the field. Haisa Leo, I mean, you kind of expect Haisa to make the podium every time. Was not easy by any means, but she definitely lived up to all the hype and basically surpassed that. She's just getting better and better every event.
Yeah, and it's so great with the level of progression pushing Haisa and everybody else up. Everybody's stepping up. We saw it in the men's too. We're seeing it in the women's as well. Haisa had to do this right here. Was this the kickflip frontside board slide? That was the first try trick, or the best trick, and she landed it perfectly too. You know, she had to push herself. This kickflip backside lip slide too. All the women had to step it up to match the kind of energy that was going on during the women's final. And Yumika Oda, our winner here, our world champion, kickflip frontside feeble queen.
Super tech, consistent, again, all week long, dropping hammers.
Yeah, Yumika coming out on top of this stacked field of women's talent too. That focus that she has, that grit, that determination, and that consistency. You know, we talk about it a lot with the Japanese skaters. Yumika has so much consistency. Right there, this is beautiful.
A trick that shocked the world. Again.
Again. A women's score getting a 95 right there. That is incredible.
Well, you want to talk incredible? Let's check out this women's world ranking update. We're going to show you the current top 20 after what just went down today. Here we go. Let's lock in some numbers. Take a look. Momiji Nishia, number 1. Haisa Leo, 2. Yumika Oda makes a huge jump to number 3. Chloe Cavell, 4th. Liz Akama, 5th. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Japanese flags in the top 10. We want to send a shout out to Paige Hine. Get well soon. She did injure herself in the quarter or the semifinals. She'll be right back at it. And here's your 11 through 20. You know, in looking at the flags here, that tells me that this international field of young female rippers is just growing bigger and better by the event.
Yeah, some new faces, some jumps in the leaderboard, but yeah, that Japanese contention, both in the 1 to 20 spot too, it's huge. It's going to be a heated battle.
Well, we need to reset things here because that was incredible. Everybody in the arena is now trying to get autographs, and it's all going down here. We're going to give you one more look at Red Bull Australia drop-in. The Red Bull team went down to Australia and went wild. Check it out.
That's a scary set of stairs, ma'am. It's unbelievable, like the way these guys were skating it.
And he's MVP on the set. One more trick. So he shut it down, nollie flip. Red Bull drop-in tour is officially done. That's a run. Give it up for the skaters. Give it up for Red Bull. Give it up for everybody having a bloody good time.
December 19th, lock it into your calendar. And wow, on behalf of our entire crew here in Tokyo, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're inspired. Now it's your turn. Go skate. We'll see you soon. Thanks.